KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside, the after party. But it's before. With Ethan and Alex on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Keary. And as we get going here, our very first subject, Alex, is we're going to give everyone an update on that crazy fire in Midvale that burned in that apartment building for 27 hours. 27 hours it burned.
Wasn't there a movie called 27 Hours, but it was about that guy who was trapped in the
cut his arm off, yeah. And here's the update.
I would
they
have just
have
said
no
20,
idea.
If I was you, I would have just said 28 hours, just so it didn't get confused with James Franco's masterpiece.
Yeah.
So, sorry, go ahead.
Next time I'll do that.
Okay, what did they find out? Wasn't it in the trash chute?
No, it was something up in the roof, some mechanical thing up near the roof.
So it was the smoke was coming through everybody's trash chute. They assumed it was
down in the trash, but it wasn't.
But it was coming from up on the roof. Okay,
which just blows our original theories out of the water because we had all our theories lined up: lit cigarette, candle,
firework down the
old cell phone battery,
right? Old cell phone battery down the trash.
All
chute.
that's gone. It was some mechanical failure, but authorities are saying that still people are not allowed into their homes.
Well, yeah,
and they don't know when they will be allowed. The Red Cross and the city have been organizing to help people basically get into Airbnbs is what they've been doing. They've been lining that up for residents.
How does that work? So who's setting it up?
So you get on. There's an app. It's called Airbnb.
I know.
I'm just teasing you. I think United Way is helping line it up. They've got got a deal with Airbnb to provide temporary housing for people. So
I mean, it's great. It's cool. I'm glad. I was thinking about it and I'm going. I don't get any help from any company that if I have something like a disaster go on, they're always like, well, have you reached out to this? I feel like I'm glad people are getting help because I feel like I wouldn't ever get the help. It would be like this. Well, you're going to have to book an Airbnb on your own. I'll be like, is there like a Red Cross or something like that? And then they'd be like, no. What do you think this is, a charity? I'll be like, yes,
there's
they
also
literally
a
are
sympathy
charities.
level, right? There's also a sympathy level.
Because it's 200 people, right? 200 or 200
and they're
families.
living in an apartment building in Midvale.
Yeah,
now,
but they're nice apartments.
At what point, what would happen? You are,
Let's give an example. I'm not living in a bougie 16th Avenue house in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, but you are living in Fruit Heights.
Anytime the word Heights
and I think people are going to look at that.
I didn't think about this. Both of us live in cities that are called Heights at the end of it. Oh boy, we're getting beat up.
But look at that. And but think about it like that though. So now if something happened in your neighborhood and let's say 20 families had to find temporary housing. I would say, it's Fruit Heights. I assume everyone's just going to go to a hotel or go to family or something like that.
Let them stay at the country club. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be my reaction. I would think, these families probably, and you know what, we've actually seen this before, and you and I have observed this in the past. I remember, I don't remember exactly the circumstances, but I do remember that the Red Cross had a shelter set up, and I think it was wildfire. It might have been wildfire or something like that, and basically no one went. It was because it was a wealthy area, and no one really needed the Red Cross. Right. So no one went to the shelter.
There were interesting moments last year, or was it last year? No, however long ago the Palisades fire was, when people were like, "Oh, my $9 million mansion just went up in Malibu," and people are like, "It's a shame." And they didn't want to. And it's like on the one hand,
but I also know that
that's terrible though.
When it comes to a survival scenario, when it's a question of providing the basic needs for your family, do I have a place to stay? Is it warm? Do I have electricity? Do I have food? The equation for a family living in an apartment in Midvale is different than a family who is living in Malibu, right?
Yes.
Like we look at it differently, and I think that's appropriate. Anyway, all I'm saying is that they've got Airbnbs lined up, and I want to say it was the Red Cross and the United Way were helping with that, and so it seems like they've got that handle for people, but there is good news, and this is where I was trying to get to. We got sidetracked by the class warfare.
Yeah, sorry.
But
that's my bad.
I wanted to get to the great news that a family's been reunited with their cat. Amazingly, this cat survived the fire and is, before they even knew he was going to be involved in this fire, this cat is named Toast.
Oh, hold on. They named him. His name was Toast beforehand. I thought that everybody was trying to be cute and be like, they called him Toast because he made it out of the fire. And he was a white cat. Now he's a little bit
toasted.
So now his name wasn't. Hold on. His name wasn't Toast. His name is Toast.
It's just Toast. This is his name.
It's cat named Toast.
All right, cat named Toast.
I'm just saying it's
boy named Sue, cat named Toast.
Kismet.
Got it.
Here's a little video.
Okay, I want to see the video.
You let me know if this is.
Is this like the reuniting right here?
Yeah,
oh,
this is from
Sully
County Animal Services.
Oh, I want to watch these all day. I love these.
I feel like I need to make this bigger.
Reuniting videos. Yeah, do it.
I do not. I didn't add that transition.
That's cool.
Good for you. It's just cool extra. Do you get? Should we tip you at the end or like?
All right. Well, they found it in that truck.
Toast. It's my cat toast.
Can I take
Please go.
That's what they're giving you the cat for. Yeah, you can take it. Yes. It's a cat toast. Cat didn't recognize me. His name is Toast. Immediately ran away.
He was apparently in a closet.
Didn't die in the fire.
Jeez.
My name is
Poor Toast.
He's really lucky.
No, not poor
really
Toast.
lucky
Great.
cat.
They got reunited. Did he wreck it? But like in true cat form, he's like, who the heck are you guys? Immediately starts batting at them, scratching them. Dogs are like, by far. I mean, if this is a dog named Toast,
yeah,
you would have gotten a better reception. That cat was like this. He was like in the cage, like, get out. Who are you? They're like, we fed you for the first 5 years of your life.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah.
My cats act differently. I don't know about
your cats are drawn to you?
Oh, gosh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
What about Thomas?
My Tom loves me.
Mm.
He loves me so much. He doesn't let me live my life.
Exactly. I'm the same way.
So when you come home, they're like beating the door down.
Meow,
Yeah,
meow,
no, like
meow.
They're this guy. They're Toast.
Yeah, like my cat will literally just sit in a certain spot when she hears the garage door open.
Mm.
That's why
Is
I
it
had a
'cause
soft
she's
spot
hungry?
for this story.
But you know what people do?
She wants to see
is they
me.
go, that cat's awesome.
And hungry, but
you know
yeah.
why that cat's awesome? Because he acts like a dog. That's what they say about that cat.
All right. The University of Utah Extension has posted to social media, speaking of fires, a list of things that you might want to think about if you're concerned about someday facing a fire in your own home. Okay. Now, they first want to point out, you can find this on Instagram under USU Extension. But their whole point is that you think you'll have time, but you might not necessarily have time. And that was the case with these people in this apartment. They really evacuated quick. And I know that a couple of people that were interviewed by the media last week after the fire, we discovered that they had like gone back in against orders.
Oh,
to grab things.
Yeah, and there were people on. We even heard the story. I think from I think Cam Elliott did it the day of. Remember that one homeowner who they were like, "Do not go back in there," and he went back in, and I think he got a cat out for somebody else. He got a cat out from somebody else.
He and another guy were like, "We got to go back in there,"
Get the
and
cats.
they helped each other get their stuff.
Yeah.
And which I like that. I like those buddy stories. And
So
anyway,
they go wrong. It like just goes against every rule that the fire people are like, please, please, we make these rules for a reason.
So they also had a startling piece of information. So as of August 1st, Utah wildfires have burned over 455,741 acres. That is 70% of Rhode Island.
It's crazy. Oh my!
Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
an entire state. I mean, the smallest state.
the small state of the union,
but still. So number one, make a plan for your pets. Know how you'll transport them, where you can safely take them, and where are the carriers, leashes, food, water, and records. So especially with cats, make sure that you have a way to transport your cat, because in your arms is not going to.
It doesn't.
This is actually something I'm like kind of afraid of with my cat. He's got a lot of anxiety, and every time, like even a new voice in the house, he's under my bed. Which is why people block off those types of areas, because I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to get to him.
Cats are expert. Like, that's their hardest of hard wiring, which is like, oh, there's something dangerous. You'll never see me again. I will play the craziest game of hide and go seek, and you'll never find me. And that's why it's difficult, because in a fire like this, then you're going, where did so-and-so, where did Toast go? And then you go, it's going to be tough to find because everything was scary today. So
yeah.
Next up, pack a grab-and-go kit for 3 days. So here's what goes in your 3-day grab-and-go kit.
Ooh, I'm writing this down.
Water, a gallon per person per day. Just
a water a gallon.
I don't drink.
Okay, so hold on.
I don't drink a tenth of that. I feel like.
So just imagine. I want you to imagine my family. Okay.
For 3 days,
We'd be rolling out 2 of those blue barrels. You know the blue barrels?
what's 3 times 9?
Yeah, I'm saying 27 gallons a day.
27 gallons total for 3 days. So 9 gallons per day.
Okay.
For your family.
Yeah, okay. But still, like, it'd be a barrel. It'd be one of those barrels. Got it.
3 days supply of non-perishable food per person.
Yeah.
Medications, IDs and important papers, phone charger, flashlight, first aid kit, clothes and sturdy shoes, cash and spare keys, baby and pet supplies, personal hygiene items, and paper plates, cups, towels, plastic utensils.
These things all have to already be in the bag then, right? The go bag?
Yeah, this is a go kit. This is kind of a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get that out.
I remember doing this. I remember doing this as I was a
There's
kid.
no other place to put it. Yeah.
Our community when I was a kid, I remember would kind of go through these waves. But see, in our defense,
did they put it under the bed? There was like the under the bed one that was like grab that.
Yeah,
and
we had
here.
backpacks and
Yeah.
And
sorry, did you say 4 handguns? What did you say? Per person.
Minimum. Plus extra clips in case you're in like a multiple.
You don't call them clips, Ethan. In the community, you call them magazines.
And also you need to make sure you have your firing positions mapped out.
See.
So,
but I'm going to be honest. When the earthquake hit, so COVID hit, then the earthquake hit mid, like when our kids were let out of school. So I'm talking March of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely like, I assumed we were going to be walking out. We were going to be driving down to my in-laws and at like the family end of the world meeting
you were
place.
going to be running roadblocks.
Yes.
With your Suburban.
And it was like, get ready. And it was like, get ready because people are going to want to start. You know what they're going to want to do? They're going to see your family's blue water barrels that you guys are rolling around, and they're going to shoot at you, and they're going to steal your water, and you better be ready. And I definitely had. Now so I'm a gun owner.
Okay.
And I've done a lot of gun safety stuff. Okay. Mm-hmm. I feel very
like
capable.
shooting gun stuff, like shooting stuff,
shooting other guns. Like
you remember that Simpsons where Homer gets a gun and uses it for everything?
Yes.
He uses it to turn the lights on.
I think he
and
opened
off.
his beer with it. Yeah. So that was
a gun is a tool. A gun is a tool.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I definitely had it under the seat of the car because it was like, at any moment, we're going to have to get ready for this. I don't know who I was at that point. I'm so glad that nothing happened to anything.
I'll tell you what, if everything goes to town, I'm raiding Fruit Heights.
Yeah, I'm
going straight to Fruit Heights.
Yeah.
I'm going to raid it.
By the way, a guy going from Cottonwood Heights to Fruit Heights, oh, yeah, because it's suddenly so much classier.
You know, but it's not that.
You guys are like the ritziest zip code in America or whatever.
It's not that. It's not that. It's
what?
I want those. I want the fruit. It's the fruit.
Oh, and just how tall
I want those fruit trees. You guys still have fruit trees up there?
So you remember how this year was a bad fruit year?
Mm-hmm.
My neighbors have an amazing nectarine tree.
So you're just trying to get everyone to go to your neighbor's house?
No, here's what I was going to tell you.
I'm coming for that nectarine tree.
Not
just
one
so you know.
nectarine on the tree.
Isn't that so sad?
Not one. And my wife was like, geez. Like, you could see a couple of, like, withered up little nuts on there, and that was it. And we were like, this was the freeze that we were talking about that happened, like, a couple months ago that killed everything. So good thing we have this 100-degree weather to not enjoy any nectarines in.
Next up, gather important documents. Keep IDs, insurance information, medical records, and other valuable papers together so you can grab them quickly.
What doesn't matter paper-wise? Like, are the car titles or anything like in your – is that stuff that's all –
credit card statements.
Doesn't matter. No, I'm just saying, tax information from 2017. It's still sitting around.
Previous 3 years tax returns.
I just want to know, like, what okay. So, like, passports.
Any ID you have, yeah.
But again, you don't want to have that stuff packed away for just an emergency.
No, but you know what we do? We have it in a binder. All that stuff is in a binder.
Yeah.
So, like, we can grab one binder, and it has everything we need that we could, like, recreate our financial life with it. And honestly, it's to keep it out of the way.
A binder like a trapper keeper?
Yeah, it's pink.
Yeah.
It's got these pockets in it. Doesn't have football players on it.
Okay, what else?
And then know where you'll go. Choose your evacuation route, a family meeting place.
Fruit Heights.
And designate one person everyone can contact if you get separated. I remember when I was a kid, my parents made me memorize my grandmother's phone number in Indianapolis. And she was the designated call in. So like if you got separated, it was emergency, then all of us would independently, if we could find a phone, call my grandma to confirm that we were alive.
I love the idea. I love the idea of calling your grandma too and then be like, "You guys safe? Yeah, we need your help. Where are you guys? Salt Lake? Well, good luck getting to Indianapolis."
It was just that was an information node.
Yeah. It was so that you could be that could be the my kids. We were talking about this the other day. My kids have my wife and my phone numbers still memorized. Like most of my kids do, down to the very, very, not the very youngest, but ones who could, are capable of doing it. We had 38,000 phone numbers memorized when I was a kid.
Yeah.
We had every phone number memorized.
I can still rattle off phone numbers of my childhood friends.
All of my childhood phone numbers, like they'll pop up in my head periodically.
Yeah.
And I think to myself,
you ever call any of them?
You know what? Should we call one right now during the program?
Say it out loud.
817-481-0066. That was my phone number as a kid.
Was it?
In Grapevine, Texas. Yeah.
I wonder if my old phone number is still there. I kind of want to. Do you think the phone company would let me buy it?
Oh,
unless it's not being used at the moment.
Well,
it better not be being used.
What do you mean?
My old phone number.
No.
I thought they sell off phone numbers that don't get used. Am I
also,
crazy?
move on, okay? Grow up.
So we did all this emergency preparedness stuff when I was a kid, and it was a really, really big deal at the time. We talked a lot about it. It was brought up all the time, and now it's because we were in the 2 decades leading up to the year 2000. Everyone was so sure it was the end of the world, and then the year 2000 came and went, and we all survived. We all lived. I feel like today, people's attitudes today are kind of similar. There's a kind of a similar weird apocalyptic feeling, and I predict it'll go the same way.
Okay, Ethan,
which is nowhere.
I asked a quick question to Copilot. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Things not to grab when escaping a fire. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
So yours was an important list. Keep all those things at hand.
Yeah.
They said if you're escaping a house fire, first of all, don't hide in a closet. Okay?
Don't do what the cat did.
Don't do what Toast did. Toast is actually really lucky. All right, things not to grab.
Toast almost fulfilled his name.
Right. Oh, for sure. We were trying not to make that joke, but we did it. We finally did it. You ready for this?
Yep.
Holiday decorations. Number 1, don't take them with you. It says it right here. Hold on.
But people do, because people are so worried. They're like,
expensive.
what do I do? What do I do?
Expensive over here.
That's not what I would grab.
No,
Cat is
of
number
course
one,
not.
and my laptop.
What do I do?
Cat number 1.
What do I do? I've got to evacuate. What do I do? Wreath.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's panic.
Plastic cauldron.
It's panic.
Yeah. Okay. Musical instruments. Don't take them. All right. Now, if you have that Stradivarius, I would rethink that, though. I would take that. Let me see here. It also says, don't take cash that you've hidden around the house. Now, yours said take cash. This one,
yeah, but not like hidden around the house.
Like in the air vents.
Any scavenger hunt.
Okay, appliances. Don't take any appliances.
Washer dryer.
I just imagine somebody with a dolly be like,
I just got this fridge.
This is made by the same company that makes that makes the Maytag, okay?
Warranty expired last week.
All right. This one says don't take ammunition. Seems against all the thing.
Well, if you want to shoot someone,
right?
Then you need to take the ammunition.
It says people, pets, and then getting out immediately. Those are the priorities. So it says don't get going back for just quote one more thing could actually lead to serious implications. So don't do it.
Unky Ben says,
don't get the appliances.
Unky Ben says, where I grew up, it was small enough. Everyone had the same 3 digits, so giving and getting a number was just 4 digits.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Everyone was 481 around where I lived in Texas too. Yeah. Remember they're like.
I never knew that. I was always but it was the 7 digits. We never had to use the area code because it was always 801.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we had 435. That was when the others.
Who are those people?
The others.
That's
Did you grow up a 435er?
And now it's
my number currently is.
Oh,
and now we have 385, and it's like, what is?
Dude, it's we don't need extra.
385.
No. I don't even recognize that.
Do you even live here?
No. When I see the 385 call, I know it's a scam.
Yeah.
It's a scam.
I know a lot of people with
They're all scammers.
You got to cut them out of your life.
It does say if you can grab something that's within arm's reach as you're escaping on your escape route, then good. There you go. Grab it. That's when if you're going out the door and it's a Christmas fire, you grab the Christmas tree on the way out. If it's on the route. If it's on the escape route. There you go.
So the holiday wreath, may as well save it if you can. If you can get it under your arm.
Millard, what do you have?
All right. Next up, there was a microburst last month not on Microburst. Microburst was you.
I was going to say, we're doing multiple
this is-
microburst.
No. Terrible storm down in Lake Powell. I'm going to bring it up here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
This was emailed into the station, and it is okay. Here it is.
Yeah, read the email because it's pretty fascinating.
So this family goes to check on their houseboat after a really, really terrible storm, and they found on the deck of the houseboat, pinned under some weights, was a white piece of paper, or a yellow piece of paper, and that yellow piece of paper had a big long note on it, and it says this. It says, "Dear houseboat owners, on the morning of Tuesday, July 21st at 12:30 a.m., this houseboat saved the lives of my son and my grandson by allowing them to crawl onto the back of this boat deck after being in the water for 30 to 45 minutes. We want to express our appreciation to
whomever you are, basically,
you as owners for its use." So here's what happened is they ended up going into the water. They had 70, 80 mile per hour winds, which broke two boats off of the side of their own houseboat. These two people were kind of swept away in 6 to 8 foot swells. They were unable to get anywhere. They weren't able to get back to their boat, but they were able to drift close enough to this houseboat, which was moored and unoccupied. And they were able to crawl on. This dad threw his son, who was only like 5 or 6, threw his son up onto the deck, climbed himself up, and then they actually spent the night on that houseboat,
on that swim deck,
on the deck. They were able to get up on top, and the family had like some cushions and things like that up there.
Omelets in the morning.
And so they were able to, they couldn't get into it, but they got up onto the roof deck, and there were cushions and things. And so they spent the night there because they were unable to get back to their own.
Good for them.
Isn't that amazing?
So you get this letter if you're a homeowner, and you feel really, it warms your heart because you're like, that is awesome. That's crazy. You'd want to meet these people, right?
Oh, they are, yeah. So they're going to meet because the guy left his phone number.
Good.
He says, there is much more to this story, but in the end, their lives were spared by the hand of God and your houseboat. And then he left his phone number.
Same thing.
And
Same thing. Houseboat, hand of God. Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, they're going to get together. They've already connected, and they're going to get together and chat about this. But isn't that an amazing story?
Yeah. They should... what they should do is say, hey, but technically you guys, that was not even our week, so you actually owe money to the people whose week you were using.
So it's okay, though. It's fine. What we'll do is we'll just prorate an owner. I'll use my owner's rate. We'll prorate an owner's week.
I just think it's great. You know what, you guys, but anytime.
And then
anytime.
I notice you use the cushions up on top, so there's cleaning fee.
So, and that pen, I noticed that pen was actually one of the Mont Blanc pens that was next to the... See, we're so cynical, right? Like
I'm noticing the pen has different ink colors. The first one's blue, and
one
then it
ran
goes to
out.
black.
One ran out.
Yeah, he ran out.
And there's also like a mix of cursive involved in it too.
They're like Powell, man.
I'm focused on the wrong things, but I have to be focused on this.
There's a mix of cursive in there. I do love the idea of being like,
look, they're at Lake Powell. The fact that they had a piece of paper to use and a pen.
Well, so how
two
long
pens. It's impressive. But
how long did they have to stay on the boat?
They were overnight.
They were just overnight.
Yeah.
So how'd they get rescued off of that?
Well, their family was in the area.
Okay, and
so they got blown away from the family.
Right? Nobody died.
No one died. So and one of the family's boats sank though. They had 2 boats that were with their houseboat. One of those boats sank. So just adding another boat.
We found out too. I started getting into what we were talking about last week. Parts of Lake Powell are so deep. There are sunken boats that will never come up. It's not worth going up and doing. And you talked about how they have specialized crews that will go down there, and they have to basically, for the environment, for the reason of the environment, they'll go down there.
They tap the fuel tanks.
They'll tap the fuel tanks, and they'll basically siphon off that fuel so it doesn't leak into the... I mean, this is water that goes to... This is important water that feeds the casinos down in Las Vegas. So you need to make sure that it's top.
It waters that golf course behind the wind.
Right. You know the Bellagio, all that water, you don't want it smelling like oil.
No.
You got to have that thing dialed up. So
no one wants that.
No, in the end, I think it's those are the heartwarming stories. I'm glad if I'm that family and they go, your houseboat saved us, and let's say you didn't use it that year. This is the perfect thing to tell your wife and be like, that's why we kept it, honey. We can't not have the houseboat this year. Right?
This houseboat saved a life.
Isn't it like it's a perfect thing to be like the next time and guess what?
If we sell this houseboat, people could die.
If we hadn't have re-upped, the $114,000 to buy in this year again to be a part of this ridiculous houseboat.
Oh, man.
That family could have passed away. I'm just saying. That's why I signed a 4-year lease.
Houseboating on Lake Powell is pretty cool.
I've never done it.
You've never done it? I've done
never
it
even.
once.
I've never even been to. I've lived in Utah for the last 27 years, and I have never been to Lake Powell. I've never once been
Really?
to. I've
Wow.
never even
I
set
never
physical
have either.
eyes on Lake.
It's
on Lake
pretty.
Powell.
It's pretty stunning.
It's a nice
Well,
place.
because we have a determination in my house, which is we're a St. George family. You guys can have your Lake Powell. We're a St. George family.
You
And
can't do both.
No, I'm just saying that people
It's like
are
we're next
typically.
door.
I know people, but that's the reason you don't go. Well, let's go to Lake
Well,
Powell.
you
You're
know
like,
why
yeah, we
that-
spend a lot of time in St. George. We spend a ton of time in St. George. We have a place in St. George we go stay. I'm not going to waste money. I say waste money. I'm not going to spend a bunch of money and go kind of near where we already go spend a bunch of money to
Should
stay.
we do? We should try and do a broadcast from a houseboat in Lake Powell. Do you think we could do that?
Hold on. What did we come up with list-wise of places we want to do a broadcast?
So we
a
have
broadcast.
Paris. So we have Paris, France.
Disneyland. I want to go to Disney.
One with Disney
Disneyland.
for sure.
Japan, Tokyo.
No.
Right, Japan,
Probably
yeah.
East Carbon.
I think one was the Walmart in East Carbon.
It's not a Walmart in East Carbon.
No Walmart in East Carbon.
It's
Price.
It's the landfill.
Sorry.
You're thinking of the
The
landfill.
landfill.
And Lake Powell.
These are
I bet-
very, very, very
Listen,
detailed.
by the way,
great.
why am I the weirdo? You guys are the ones who are like, you haven't done springs in Lake Powell.
Frank
Oh.
Frank
Just,
Montague
like,
says.
relax there.
No, I know, but like we go and relax in St. George.
Next door.
Frank
I've
Montague-
decided that St. George, you're
Yeah.
either a St. George person or you're a Lake Powell person. And then, but there's also the other.
That's silly.
Well,
could
there's
be
also
both.
another person too, the Bear Lake person.
Oh yeah.
Bear Lake people.
Well, Bear Lake and
are
Lake
not
Powell
St.
are on
George.
opposite ends
I
of the
get
state.
it. Bear Lake people are and St. George people are not the same. And Bear Lake people and I know there are people who are listening right now and they're probably like Michael who are like, we have a place in all three. Oh. Right.
I like all three. I honestly go every year, but I try to do something like
Look
that
at
when I
that.
can.
Look
On
at
the
that.
on the stream, Frank Montague says that Lake Powell is overrated.
Well, it's underfilled. If that's what he was talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
It
saying
is
Lake
that.
Powell's amazing, but it's a nice place to visit like once.
Again,
you know what?
I've never been, and so I want to go.
Yeah.
You should go see it because the thing that's impressive about Lake Powell is that it doesn't belong there, and you can tell. And so it's got this kind of
otherworldly.
there's an
Yeah.
eeriness to it
Yeah.
because you're in the middle of the desert. I mean, you can't even get trees there. You know what I mean? Nothing grows there. Just the little desert scrub things. And then you have this massive blue reservoir.
when the
And
dinosaurs
it really is startling.
When the dinosaurs found the shores of Lake Powell, and they said, "Oh, this is the place," and but thousands of dinosaurs perished in there because they didn't know how deep it was.
Yeah, well, they used to come up and they'd get ambushed by the
By well,
crocodiles.
I was gonna say people.
Whatever lived in Lake Powell back then.
The Orderville people from Orderville. Okay, Millard.
Yeah,
Finally. Oh, we have an update on some fun stuff that happened today. Caitlin had a video up.
Yeah,
Are we gonna
stand
watch
by.
it, or
I
should we?
think it just downloaded.
All right. So
I've
here's
been
what-
having issues with this.
So
but
Ethan, you and I have worked in this building for going on the better part of. I mean, so this year's been 20 years.
Yeah.
That we've been here, and I want to say every 2 or 3 years, or 3 or 4 years, this vehicle shows up in front of Broadcast House, or around Broadcast House, and we cannot get enough of it. And now it was actually wearing a birthday hat. There it is, the Oscar Mayer Wiener Mobile. The birthday hat, by the way, signifies the 90th year
you missed an opportunity here.
Of what?
Put that photo back up there.
of putting the hat over myself.
Yeah, why didn't you just tilt that camera
I
down a little
already
bit?
had, because I was trying my darndest to get myself and the hot dog mobile in it, or the Wiener Mobile in it, and I couldn't do it. What you're not seeing
What do
in
you
the
think that
background
top
is,
speed is?
Oh, so you know what? I asked total dude questions on this. I was like, "What kind of chassis you got on this thing?" So it's a Chevy VTEC Vortec V8, like a 6.2 liter V8 engine, and then it's basically built on imagine like a box truck, like
Yeah.
a UPS type truck.
Yeah.
And when you see the wheels, kind of a mini RV sort of setup. And anyway.
They got beds in there.
No, because the two people who are, I think it's against the Oscar Mayer law, because they have two people. We met, oh boy, all beef Aiden and
She says her name.
Do we have a video?
Here it is.
Yeah,
watch a
we'll play just a couple minutes of it
we
because the rest
basically
will
did- I
end up on our
basically-
YouTube.
I basically did a Cribs episode with the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile drivers, and so here we go. Let's jump in right here.
We celebrate today the 90th birthday of the Wienermobile from Oscar Mayer. I'm here with Aiden and Lauren. Aiden, All Beef Aiden, is that the nickname?
Yes, sir, it is All Beef Alex.
Oh, see, and I'm All Beef Alex. Lauren, tell me your on-the-road nickname as well.
Lucky Dog Lauren.
Lucky Dog Lauren.
they're
And
chipper.
we're celebrating the
No,
90th
no,
birthday
that you
of the
have
hot
to be.
dog of the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, America's hot dog. That's what I like to call it.
Well,
And
they're
look,
all
we're gonna
America's
do
hot dogs.
basically the Cribs tour. We're going to go inside and we're going to see what they do real quickly here because they have to live in this thing basically during the weeks. They go every mile traveled across this great country of ours is in the Wienermobile. So let's go take a look. You guys lead the way.
Super
here.
awkward,
Come
yeah.
on in.
All right.
Welcome.
You think they just hate each other?
If you look below,
Have to.
We have got our mustard runway. Be very careful
Mustard
not to
runway.
slip on it.
Okay. Mustard runway.
Is it slippery?
Seating for
No,
how
not
many?
at all.
Oh, this is quaint.
We've got 6 seats for 12 buns, as we like to say.
See, they work on this stuff.
and of course,
That's
the
gross.
prime
That's
seat
inappropriate.
shot bun.
No.
Don't forget to buckle your meat.
Absolutely. And then
Don't
if you
forget
look
to
up, we've
buckle
got
your
our,
meat.
Clear blue sky ceilings because we love to say that it's never a cloudy day when you're in the Wienermobile.
Is that what you guys love to say?
When you guys are driving and then it gets awkward and quiet and then you're texting each other and scrolling on Instagram and hanging out, I want to know more about what
That's got to be real,
goes
right?
on the day-to-day operation of the Wienermobile. Like when you guys pull into an event and then you guys go, let's go All Be Faden, let's go Lucky Dog Lauren, let's figure this thing out. What happens, like what does an event look like for the folks in the Wienermobile?
So setup for an event is very, very fun. As soon as we arrive, it's every day in the Wienermobile is like a parade. So people are constantly coming up, asking questions, asking for pictures, and it's so great to be able to chat with them all.
Can
so
verify
when we
there
get
were a
to an
lot of
event,
people.
our
Oh my
first goal of
goodness, we
setup
couldn't
is to
stop him.
Get all of our wieners, get all of our
Excuse
hot
you?
dogs in a row.
Okay.
So we set up our tent, we set up our games, and then we start handing out our Wienermobilia, our whistles, our stickers. And
Wienermobilia.
You can get lost in the phrasing here, huh?
Oh, oh, the
Celebrate
puns
your
were.
90th birthday.
What other 90th birthday celebrations you guys have planned, Lauren?
So we have some special games going on that you can play at our events, but we're also doing a special ride opportunity this summer. We are looking
Over to
for
Channel 2
anyone
and then over to Channel 4.
to celebrate with us. We'd love to come to your birthday party or give you a ride.
No, you
So
would not.
if that's something you're interested
Well, they say
in.
that-
If you're turning 90, you have a
Hold on,
loved one
pause
turning
right
90,
here.
Find us
Look how shocked I was, because I heard the same thing except for what I you have to be 90, so you have to be so they'll come to your face. What? Oh, we're paused right on that. Yeah, we're paused. We're paused on the absolutely
I
shocked.
found the thumbnail.
Yep.
I'm telling you, if it's your 90th birthday, they want to come celebrate with you because they're 90
Who
also.
do we know that's 90?
That's me right there in the act
How old
of
is
trying
Doug?
to figure out. Oh, don't you dare! Don't you dare! We have some. I don't know if we have any 90-year-old colleagues. Do we?
I wouldn't know.
Well, not,
I
No,
think they
no,
would
no.
be
not
retired
any
or
that we see every day at
Doug,
work.
Doug Wright is definitely not in his 90s. I'll say that.
Did you just Google it? You don't need
Yes.
to Google Doug's age, because we can tell you he's not 90. All right. So, anyway, bottom line is the Wienermobile came through town. These guys
got
go around with
little
the
whistles.
Wienermobile. Yeah. So I educated them because they were parked in front of the Devereaux Mansion out here, which was also, of course, it was in one. It's haunted. Two, it was in what's it called? It was
Halloween.
it was in Dumb and
Friday
Dumber.
the 13th?
No, Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
I learned
it
this
was.
today.
It was in Dumb and
yeah,
Dumber.
you're
Yeah,
I didn't know
it
that.
was
I forgot about
gosh, you
that.
guys are all the worst. Okay, hold on.
I knew Halloween.
It was in the movie Halloween.
Well, I don't know.
No,
I,
that's fake. That's
that
him
was a
making it
joke.
up
There's-
because
I thought it was, but then I
there's
looked
a
it
house
up
in
today.
the Avenues. There's a house in the Avenues that was in Halloween.
Yeah.
that must have
that's
been
very
like the what's it called? That one mansion up there, the McEwen Mansion.
No,
right?
no. It's just a house. I knew the kids that lived there. That went to high school with them.
Okay.
They were West High Panthers like me.
Oh yeah. Once Panther, always Panther. Yeah, I'm trying to find the actual.
That's how it used to be.
I
They're
looked
tearing
it up
down
today.
now.
It was the fancy scene.
Yeah, it's
The
when they're-
outside shot.
It's the outside shot of when they're going into the hotel, or when they're going into that like super expensive dinner with their.
Oh, the auction.
Yeah. So
Was
that's,
it an auction or no? It was for the birds, and they killed the bird with the champagne cork.
Yes, that's right.
Got
yeah,
it.
same thing. Okay,
Got
I
it.
found the actual shot. Oh, on the actual shot, they have they had people out on the balcony and everything. Yeah. All right, well that's cool. But of course, it says Aspen on it because we have to pretend like we're in.
Yeah.
You have to pretend like you're in Colorado. because
Yeah.
Colorado has to cheat off of us to be able to get
No,
decent scenery.
this is, I think, what people need to know is when Dumb and Dumber wanted to set their movie in Colorado, they came to Utah to make it look like what people think Colorado looks like.
Yeah, but I think it actually ruined it a little bit because they drive around town, and the Salt Lake City International Airport is also the scene where he gets picked up with Samsonite, shrimp on the Barbie, all that stuff. And you see all these massive mountains, and you go, "Oh, this is definitely not Denver." But
Yeah.
people who are watching the movie go, "Love Denver, isn't it beautiful?"
All those mountains.
us.
Let's go.
It's freaking
It's neat
our
to see the old
city.
airport, though. I love
Anyway,
seeing
bottom
that old
line is the
airport.
hot dog mobile came through town, and I'm trying to think of things that we do that are like this. Do we do anything like the Wienermobile anywhere else, like from a promotion standpoint across the
At
country?
KSL?
No, I'm saying
I
like
don't think so. I feel like this clip plays the jingle, so I'm gonna see, and then we can listen to that.
Oh yeah, they have a
I'm
horn.
not confident though.
They have a horn, and it's
Probably
yeah.
in
She
here.
wanted us
Everybody
to
take
hear
a
it.
listen here. It's going to be amazing. Oscar Mayer Wiener.
I didn't remember the words.
Really want to
Who are those guys?
be.
That's our crowd.
If
Cam
I were
Elliott.
an Oscar Mayer Wiener, everyone would fall in love with me. Lawrence?
And
Yeah.
I would finally have a friend in
And
this
we were
By the
outside
way-
the mansion. That's how that
Yep.
topic came.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how the they were outside the Denver mansion.
So Google says the Planters Nutmobile,
Okay,
the Hershey's Kissmobile.
never seen.
Well,
either
where are
of
these
them.
at?
The Goodyear blimp. That was
Oh,
one from Ben.
yeah,
Uncle
that's a
the
good
Goodyear
one.
blimp is a good
Yeah.
one. But Goodyear blimp is a good one. I've actually seen where they house the Goodyear blimp. It's in Fort Lauderdale. And we were playing golf, and I was like, what the heck is that big old hangar? We were next to a private airport, but a private airport usually has pretty small stuff. Then it had this massive hangar, and they opened the dang doors, and they brought out the Goodyear blimp. And my kid's like, what the heck is that? And I'm like, it's a Goodyear blimp. And he's like, what does that do?
It's a dirigible.
Yeah.
It's a dirigible. People could die at any moment right now if we look at it hard enough. So there are iconic mobiles, so to speak,
Yeah.
that like you have to stop and take a picture with. Wienermobile, Goodyear blimp is a big one. I'm trying to think if there are any other ones.
I've said the Nutmobile and the Kissmobile.
The Kiss, no one's ever. I've never seen
Like
the
the
Kiss
band?
No,
No, like the Hershey's Kiss.
no, the Hershey's Kiss. What promotional?
Apparently, this one's the Hershey Kiss has been retired though.
We could do one. We could have a mobile of our own.
Yeah, it's called the freaking Chopper 5, and it's better than any
Oh,
of
the
these
bright
things.
side.
We could just, we could
Oh.
just steal the Wienermobile.
Okay, the Red Bull Mini Coopers. All right,
Oh,
they
yeah.
pointed that out.
Okay.
The Cadbury Cream Egg car, never seen one. The Hershey's Kissmobile is on this list. The Thermos Bottle Car. Anybody ever seen that one? Now this one I thought of, but I thought no, it doesn't count because that's what it. But it's Bigfoot. Remember the monster truck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was in Heber City one time, and my kids went berserk for Bigfoot. The monster
I
truck.
remember as a kid, Bigfoot was awesome, but nowadays Bigfoot's like old and small.
It is tiny
When
compared
you-
to the
when you
ones
look
that you
at
get
it.
now.
There's
yeah,
better things out there for the kids to look at.
Yeah, for sure.
Unky Ben's got another one.
What is it?
The Pope Mobile.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That only services one product.
No, oh, what are you talking about? 3 billion people.
Well, Oscar Mayer Wieners is
Well,
only
I'm
one
saying
product.
you need the Pope.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't put anything else besides the Pope in there.
But it's as customized as any of these other promotional vehicles that we were talking about.
Wait,
Yeah.
what about the KSL float?
The KSL float is
For parades,
cool.
it
Already
Yeah,
been
yeah.
scrapped.
They already threw it away.
That's
For the summer?
problem. Yeah.
Same guy-
And you know what? That float was a safety risk.
Oh, for sure.
There
OSHA.
was zero visibility.
the guy was
For the
like,
driver, I've seen.
Oh, the
Oh,
guy.
my
there's
goodness.
there's a gal in front, and she's like, "Oh, go right." The whole friggin' parade.
At one point, I go, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm on the float.
Well, we had to go around. We had to go through a roundabout. I'm like, why do a roundabout in a parade? Don't do a roundabout with a bunch of these floats. Everyone's like backing up.
That's a
and
terrible idea.
It was not. It was anyway. Bottom line is, the KSL float is not. It's not made by KSL.
But
Chopper
Chopper
5 is iconic. Chopper 5 is more than iconic.
How can we get our hands on that thing, man?
Probably need a pilot's license.
Finally, after all these years.
The only time we get to associate with it. Can I tell you guys a quick story? This is just a quick one.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan tried to negotiate his first contract when we started working at KSL, Ethan tried to negotiate a ride on Chopper 5.
Yeah, I did. I said I want to ride on Chopper 5.
Well, why can't we get
Yeah,
one?
what'd they say?
That would
said
be a
no.
cool.
They just absolutely said no.
It's a whole thing.
It is
Well,
a thing, and they're
I
so funny.
actually would like to take a tour.
I got to go on it
and go
one
on a ride.
time.
I'm pretty sure we could convince Cody and some
and
of
do
people.
a video behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's what
got
I'm saying. I think we could probably do something like that.
Okay, here's what you do. You have to do something that's like a chair. Okay, hold on. Let's plan this. Because one year, because Santa, they'll have Santa drop in on schools and stuff.
Do they still do that? Because
Yeah.
I've only ever seen 2 people ride in that. Number 1 was Deanie.
Yeah, Deanie.
Wimmer.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was like a reading thing.
Yes, it was. They did the reading.
And then number 2 was Santa Claus.
Santa.
Who I never
I
found
know.
out who
I
that
mean,
was.
the reporters go.
I know for sure Morgan.
Maybe
in
not
TV.
anymore.
Not
I don't know.
anymore. The last one
of
I.
the producers
yeah.
in TV, Morgan. You guys know Morgan?
Yeah.
He was Santa one year, and he got to be on the. Yeah, I thought. What a
See,
weird
they
pick for
don't
Santa.
send reporters up because
We
number
used
1 they
to.
can just Zoom. They can do it over Zoom. And then number 2, there's extra fuel.
They can just zoom.
There's extra fuel. It could be as much as like $50 extra fuel.
Well,
and that's kind of
let
the
me
thing.
and
and
who has that
Michael
kind of money?
Well, we'll look into it. We'll
look into
it.
this situation
Okay.
for content reasons.
But
Yeah.
we have to have like a solid content. But I'm gonna just be like, come ride the thing.
No,
we're
it's
gonna show up. We're gonna have a plan. And we're gonna
legit.
point at stuff. We'll point at Matt Gephardt and mumble something, and then like you gotta find people in the building who are the favorites. Of, like, the
I do
bosses.
have a feeling that I might not be the one that gets to film it, but Michael might be able to pull some
Maybe.
strings for content.
So we'll see what happens.
Cheryl's gonna try to weasel her way onto the chopper.
Ugh.
You know that. All right.
Okay.
Hey, Millard, we got to go downstairs. Michael, thanks for walking upstairs today, buddy. We appreciate it.
Yeah, always happy to be here.
There he is. There he is, everybody. We finally got him.
Forgot to switch his cam.
I know, it's okay. We'll take the break here. We'll come back. We have tons going on downstairs from our 1 to 3 portion of the show, including we're having the discussion about what the worst year in school is. What actual school year was the worst year? Is the worst year in school?
Sophomore.
It might be for you. Okay, sophomore year for you.
Yeah.
So we have a pretty good consensus at my house with kids who've already been through it, and then what we've talked about, and then also because we gave so much time to the prettiest towns in Utah, we're also asking on our Facebook pages and on our other socials. Unfortunately, you have to do it. The ugliest towns in Utah. Hit us up on those, and then we'll be downstairs coming up in just about 10 minutes here, 15 minutes. For Ethan, for Michael, for Caitlin, I'm Alex. This is KSL Brightside.
Secondaries, Bangor, Mountain View, Redwood, 7th East, 13th East, no problems reported there. Seeing cracked, curling, or missing shingles on your roof? Don't wait, save big during S&S Roofing's huge summer sale. From a small repair to a full replacement, SNSRoofingUtah.com. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL 7-day forecast. You got 92 today, mostly sunny skies. We'll rise to 95 tomorrow, hazy sunshine. 99 on Thursday, mostly sunny skies. 103, sunny skies on Friday. Saturday, they're going to go to 102. Triple digits continue into Sunday, partly cloudy. Keep it partly cloudy on Monday with a high of 99. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
A smoky 82 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City, and the 7-day forecast is brought to you by Performance Automotive Bountiful. Quick check of the markets. The Dow losing some ground, but still in record-breaking territory. A complete update of your money news is coming up next.
Every year, thousands of Utahns head into the backcountry to hike, camp, hunt, fish, and explore some of the most beautiful landscapes in the country. And every year, Utah search and rescue teams respond to hundreds of emergencies, many of which could have been prevented. A sudden storm, a wrong turn, dehydration on a trail that looked easy on the map. Things can change fast out there. But a few simple steps before you go can make all the difference. Check the weather, pack extra water, wear the right gear, know your route, and tell someone where you're headed. Preparation doesn't take the adventure out of Utah. It makes sure you come home to talk about it. This message brought to you by the Utah Search and Rescue Assistance Program. Learn more at rescue.utah.gov.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
And I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
Hi, it's Tori DeVito. In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. Like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic.
Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life.
I wanted you to know from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
Talk, they hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
KSL News Time 12:54, a milestone for Flint, Michigan this week, nearly a decade after the city's water crisis.
Officials in Flint, Michigan have announced that they have completed the inspection of more than 31,000 residential and commercial service lines, and that for the first time since the water crisis was discovered in 2014, no active lead lines remain connected in the city's water supply.
That is ABC's Sherry Preston reporting. Watching Utah's money, Italian tech company Bending Spoons has agreed to buy spreadsheet software company Airtable for $1.2 billion. This is the third brand that Bending Spoons has scooped up this year, following ticketing company Eventbrite and AOL. Best Buy has appointed a new CFO as they continue a push into the online space. According to U.S. News, the company actually beat analyst expectations due to high demand for smartphones and gaming consoles sold on their website. Banking company UBS was fined $125 million by U.S. regulators yesterday after Reuters reports that they violated the Bank Secrecy Act, which prevents money laundering. It's the single biggest civil fine ever issued for violating that act. Taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow up by 980 points. That's nearly a full 2%. The Dow sitting at 54,156. S&P is up by 144 points. The NASDAQ, it's up by 2 3/4%, up by 702 points.
What if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Guaranteed. Well, thanks to Xfinity, you don't have to worry about that part of your future now through August 24th. Get their best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. and get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats and finds and fixes issues before you even notice them. No annual contracts or commitments, no hidden fees, and the best equipment included. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you spend half your day walking or standing while working? If you have foot, knee, or back problems, the Good Feet store wants to help you like we helped Tony.
Pain that I experience the most is foot pain from being on my feet all day. You're having to kind of talk to yourself through the whole shift, like, I got this, I can do this. Before, I felt defeated, and now it's like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. A whole new life, like sunshine coming on.
And how about working more comfortably, like Dennis?
Working at an amusement park, it's always on your feet. I just couldn't take it, but I didn't have a choice. I just couldn't believe that putting these arch supports in made that much of a difference that quickly. I could do my job and I could take care of my family. I know what my tomorrow's going to be. It's going to be positive.
You deserve a better life too. Stop in the Good Feet store today. We have locations in Farmington, Riverton, and Sandy.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
Traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. What's happening on the roads, Ricky?
We are wrapping up our noontime drive on a quiet note. Freeway traffic rolling along and looking good. Our main secondary's in pretty good shape as well. We've had a little bit of busy traffic. North and southbound Bangerter Highway in West Valley at the intersection of 3500 South. No major delays. Road work causing some reduced speeds at the intersection of Highland Drive and Murray Holiday Road. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Staying in the 90s for the next couple of days before we once again reach those triple-digit temperatures. Not a chance of rain in the forecast until Monday of next week. And even then, just a very slight chance, a 10% chance of rain. Today's high, 92 degrees, then climbing up, 95 on Wednesday, 99 on Thursday, before we hit those triple-digit temperatures. Friday expected to be the hottest day of the week, hitting 103 degrees on Friday. But you know what? The weekend, not much better, still over 100 degrees. Smoky sunshine in downtown Salt Lake City right now, 82 degrees. KSL Brightside coming up next.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. Look at our top stories this hour. A Utah charter school is being sued by the state auditor who says they need to disclose how much their executives are being paid. KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott has details.
In a lawsuit, Auditor Tina Cannon argues that public funds mean public salaries. Utah charter academies say the status quo dictates otherwise. Part of the complication is that Utah Charter Academies doesn't pay the executives. They pay a private company called American Charter Schools, who then pays the executives an undisclosed amount. I spoke to a representative from the American Charter Schools and asked the question at the base of this suit, why haven't the numbers been disclosed? He pointed at other companies that take up government contracts like construction companies and food vendors and say they aren't asked to do the same. I also reached out to the state auditor's office, but they refused to comment. Cameron Elliott, KSL News Radio.
Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The Senate Judiciary Committee has voted today to confirm Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche to take the role permanently. His confirmation comes after Blanche provided written assurances rescinding President Trump's so-called anti-weaponization fund. But ABC News legal contributor James Sample says that agreement does not rule out more lawsuits.
Individual plaintiffs are still free to pursue claims against the government, and that includes the January 6th rioters. It includes the individuals who were convicted and or pled guilty to beating Capitol Police officers. All of those individuals are still able to pursue claims. This just takes away the separate fund that would have streamlined that process for them.
The full Senate is expected to vote later this week. And your money at this moment, the Dow is currently doing really well, actually. It's down currently up 1,058 points, almost 2%. S&P is also up about 2%, and the NASDAQ is up more than 2.8%. That's up more than 720 points. Coming up, a couple more days of cooler weather, but triple digits. We're going to be back here soon. KSL Weather is next. KSL News Time, 1:02.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about
who live in glass houses.
Here it comes.
Shouldn't cry over spilt milk.
There are also a lot of sayings in the financial world like, you'll pay lower taxes in retirement. But for many people, it's just not true. You may have done a great job saving in that 401k or IRA, but Uncle Sam is ready to grab a big portion of that money. The team at Galileo Wealth Management can help with strategies that you can start now to lower your tax bill in the future. More for you and less for Uncle Sam.
Or as they say, an apple a day is worth two in the bush.
Get the facts on your tax bill in retirement. Call Galileo Wealth today at 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online at GalileoWealth.com.
And remember, a stitch in time keeps the doctor away. It does, you know.
Hey, Doug, what is it that you do? 'Cause everybody's buying a car from you. Hey, Doug.
Roll into summer in a new Chevy from Doug Smith Chevy in Spanish Fork. We've got cars, trucks, and SUVs perfect for fun under the sun. Together, let's drive.
Hey, Doug.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Ricky Meese.
It is a quiet commute in progress right now on our freeways and main secondaries, but a heads up for Davis County drivers starting tonight through Friday, August 21st, eastbound Park Lane between I-15 and Highway 89 in Farmington. That's going to be reduced to one lane for road work, mostly during the overnight hours, but just be prepared for possible delays in that area. For a limited time, tickets for most Utah Symphony, Utah Opera performances are $29 or less. Don't wait. Prices go up after August 15th. Ricky Meese in the KSL.
All the smoke from the wildfires is once again kind of rolling through the valleys. It's been a little bit hazy around here, not terrible, not as bad as it was earlier this year. But you know, we got a couple big fires, including one, Alex, that kicked off. Well, this wasn't a big one in the end, but they did have helicopters on it.
Out east, or I think maybe in Michigan, a couple of them turned into fatal cases.
There have been deaths. They think it was in some degree related to other health problems they were having.
So,
yes.
So is everybody, when something like this happens, this is me asking for a friend, because I think 48's pretty good for a whole entire state.
I guess so.
But those 48 people right now they've been going through it.
They've been going through it. So we feel bad for you. We feel bad for your families and anyone else who lives with you.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Of those 48 people, 31 reported traveling outside the U.S., 12 reported traveling to other states, 5 reported that they had not traveled outside of Utah. So apparently it's those 5 that they're really kind of taking a look at.
That they're going, uh-oh.
Why did we have 5? Because,
right.
you know, when you eat a salad in another state, if you eat a salad in a cyclospora state, right? So when, in fact, I'll tell you, Alex, because, you know, I went to Kentucky just over a week ago.
Oh, yeah, chock full of cyclospora.
And I'll tell you what I avoided.
produce,
salad
of any kind.
Yeah.
But was that going on mid? Was that going on mid? Because it was going on while we were at.
And it was going on. And Kentucky is a cyclospora state hit particularly hard.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
So you know what wasn't, or at least that I knew about, was Hawaii, which is where we were when this whole thing broke out. And I was like, you mainlanders haven't figured out how to deal with this, huh? But was there a part of me that went, we're not going to Taco Bell while we're on the island here, you guys?
Well, I
don't even know if
avoided.
there is. Is there a Taco Bell in Maui?
There has to be.
Gotta be, right? There's a Costco.
How is there not a Taco
There's
Bell?
a McDonald's, most expensive Costco, or most expensive McDonald's I've ever been to.
Really? It really was a lot?
And they had the day before instituted a new rule on no refills.
Oh, no, that's me.
You should have seen the people coming in, and they were like, "You guys are." So the machines were all shut down. You know, the self-serve machines were just cut off.
Now
And
you're
so when
testing
you have,
the limits of the social fabric.
No, you're going full European almost.
Yeah.
Because then they come out with these tiny cups, and they go, and they're all. This is how you knew it was full European. Now in Hawaii, they do the thing where they have all the plastics and all the straws and things like that. They're like a different color, different shade to show you, like, hey, we're going environmental on this thing.
Yeah.
So when they come out with the tiny cups, oh, this is a large here. No, this is our large. This is our version of large. Is this Fanta? And then you have to sip your Fanta while you have your nuggets because they're not going to give you another refill. That's terrible.
Speaking of food,
yes.
Do you know how many cases that we have reported around the country? How many cyclospora cases we have?
Oh, if we had 48 here in Utah, I'm going to go ahead and say that we have 1,000.
18,000 cases.
18,000. We made out pretty darn good here in the state of Utah. Yeah. Good for us.
And in part, I think, is because the health department here in the state said that Utah has not received any of the Taylor Farms products that were recalled. So we just didn't get any.
They said that, and I brought it up a little bit yesterday, but it's when you have an outbreak like that, people just go through their produce department at their grocery store and go, I'm going to skip this for a while. Just any of it. Which is crazy to me because there are so many things that have nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. But you definitely start second guessing. I mean, I'm scrubbing the heck out of some celery yesterday at my house. You know what I mean? It's not going to work?
No, it doesn't work. Washing it, you're never going to wash it off. It's cooked only. You have to cook it out. I'm telling you, washing it is not going to help.
What are you, the health department? Did they say that? Is that accurate information?
I'm pretty sure that's true. I'm pretty sure that's the case.
What about, hold on, let me go full like ceviche on you. What if I just drizzle some lemon juice on it?
Lime juice works.
The lemon juice and lime juice kills it, right?
Alex, it has been nice walking through the produce department, ignoring the produce and not feeling bad about it.
Not feeling bad. Walking through and going, oh, honey, we need to get a bunch of vegetables. You go, we can't. And then you just hold your gut.
Yeah.
We can't. We cannot do it right now.
All right. And then finally, the third most important news story of the day, and that is the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile is back in town. Alex got to spend some time with the drivers.
Not just some time. Like, we bonded. We bonded, but I'll tell you something that's interesting. There's 0 hot dogs found in the hot dog mobile, in the Wienermobile.
Yeah, you know why? Because they know.
They know what?
They know.
Oh, they know where they come from?
So here's what's interesting, though. So, by the way, you can we've got a couple of videos posted online. KSL Brightside does of Alex's experience. I didn't get to see it because I was at work.
Well,
so
take a wild guess.
You've seen this thing called a job in the morning.
I know, but you've seen it when it was parked out here in front before.
I've seen it before,
years past. Looks the exact same, still the same.
You can see Alex's interview with the drivers of the Wienermobile. And
they're called hot doggers. They're not called drivers.
And then I was also interested to know that they are looking for people turning 90 because this is the 90th anniversary of the Wienermobile.
Yep.
Which I guess was originally pulled by horses.
No, cars worked back then. This is how old you are, by the way. Cars were motorized.
It's the 90th anniversary of the Wienermobile, so they're looking for people who are turning 90 to like show up at their party and be like, we're the same age.
No, they want to upstage grandma. They'll be like, grandma's 90, and then the Wienermobile pulls up and just hits the table with the cake and goes, this is the real 90th birthday party right here. Why do they always have to horn in on everybody else's celebration? Oh, you're having the Olympics in town? Is that the horn that it makes? Is that the sound that it makes? No, but it does sing, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer Wiener when you press the horn on the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. And everyone's like, do it again. And the people who run it, who are basically summer interns for Oscar Mayer.
Oh, they're ready to.
They want to die. Yeah. They're pressing the button again and going, and they're called hot doggers, like I said. They're called hot doggers.
You know, I feel like I'd be good at that job. Though.
You would. You know what? We brought this up too in the newsroom. They are so media trained. Like Cam Elliott was trying to break them. He was I was trying to break those guys' media training out there. those poor summer interns, and they were like getting paid $15 an hour to have to hear Cam go, tell me what it's really like in there. He's trying to do like an expose on what goes on in the Wienermobile. So we have video up. It's the 90th anniversary of the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, if you can believe it. Joining us in the studio, speaking of anniversaries, you ready for this?
Speaking of anniversaries, yeah.
40 years of something that will actually save you money. Hot dogs have never been known to save anybody money.
Especially
you happy.
They will make you happy,
but they won't save you money.
But if somebody were able, they would trade a hot dog for your house actually being cool in the summer.
No doubt, especially right now.
Yes.
I can't believe how hot it is.
Triple, almost quadruple digits, I feel like we're getting here in the city of Utah.
I think we are close to quadruple.
Jake is here from Advanced Window Products, and we've been talking about Advanced Window Products, and I've been we've done the tour there. We've done shows there. We've got a long-term relationship we've been in with you guys.
Long-term.
I love it because you guys are here. There's no middleman. You're from here. The windows are built here. The installers are from here. The warranty is warrantied here.
Yeah, so you speak of long-term relationship. We have a long-term relationship with every homeowner that we provide windows for because that warranty is a lifetime warranty for the homeowner.
And it's transferable too, right?
Yeah, transferable.
That's right. What do you want to watch out for if, because a lot of times for homeowners, it's not obvious they need new windows.
Yeah.
So what are the things you want to watch for to where you can feel like, you know what, I could probably do with some new windows?
So right now, like in the evening, go put your hand up next to your window. And if you are 6 inches from the window and you can feel the heat radiating through that glass,
it's time.
Yeah, call us. We can make your house a whole lot more comfortable and save you a lot of money.
And there's no obligation. They can give you guys a call.
No obligation. And look, the offer that we have today is unique. This is the first time we've ever done this. This is kind of fun.
Because they wouldn't actually tell me what it was.
It's kind of fun.
They wouldn't tell me what it was until it happened. They said it's a back-to-school special. I said, okay.
Back-to-school special.
Jake's going to roll it out.
I don't know about everyone else, but my family right now, spending a lot of money back to school, getting all the supplies, clothes. All my kids want new shoes, new outfits. They need all that. So what we're going to do, for the first 10 callers who call in, we're going to give them $2,500 off when they go with the purchase of 10 or more windows.
Okay.
Plus, and this is what people don't believe until it's in their hand, we are going to give those first 10 callers $1,000 cash at signing for our back-to-school special. So when you call today, you're unlocking $2,500 off the purchase of 10 or more. Plus $1,000 cash in hand when you sign that contract.
Boom,
not
right there.
like it'll come in the mail in November and it's gonna be a gift card. No. This is $1,000 cash. Which, by the way, we did a whole study about how every family is spending more and more every year now.
I was laughing as I was driving in because you were talking about that. How much money everyone's spending on back to school? It's like money.
Yeah.
This is
I know,
perfect.
and so this is a great time to do it. Let me give the phone number out. So as soon as you sign up, you're going to already get the best top quality window. You're going to save money because when you put this top quality window in, you get the rebates, you get the monthly savings that is unbeatable when it comes down to it. And your wallet's going to thank you already, on top of the fact that you're going to get $2,500 off of 10 windows or more for the next 10 callers. Plus, when you do sign up and we make it official, $1,000 cash in your hand on top of all of it. Let me give you the phone number.
Right.
First 10 callers. That means we're doing a special thing here today. 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. At least give them a call and say, hey, I want to get set up with that energy audit and see what's going on, and just take advantage of the savings. Get it done today. 801-850-9100. Jake, thanks for hanging out, man. We appreciate it. Advanced Window Products, 801-850-9100. More to go right around the corner. KSL Brightside.
Summer is wrapping up, and so is Soda's 4 free weeks offer. This is the last time for the summer. Grab it before summer is over. No injections, no awful side effects, just a natural way to lose weight. This is Greg Scortis, and I lost weight through soda, and it was a great program for me. Call 866-800-SODA and mention KSL News Radio, and you'll get 4 free weeks free right now. You can learn how to keep your weight off through their soda nutritionists who help you get to the root causes of your challenges. You learn lifelong habits that last long after the program is done. No lifelong medications, no injections. Weight loss medications can cost a lot, and for many people, the bill does not end. Soda is different. Degreed nutritionists help you get to the root causes of your challenges, guide you one-on-one, teach you lifelong habits so you can lose the weight without signing up for a lifelong bill. I personally lost over 30 pounds in just 7 weeks through Soda's plan. It was a great program for me, and it is for you. Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Progressive presents the Museum of You.
We begin our tour with a unique piece, a relic from the early big screen television era. Remarkable. Next, we find a juicer, which historians believe has only ever been used once. And finally, compact discs from the emo era. A rare find indeed.
Some things should be history, but until then, you could protect what's important to you and save by bundling your auto insurance with a renter's policy from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. It's KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. And Alex, you've been called out on the texts. So you spent all morning with the Wienermobile. And Michael texted in and says the website, the Wienermobile has a website, by the way. The website says the Wienermobile is nowhere near Utah. It was here in April. So my question is, Alex, who were those people?
Who are we visiting today? Well, they also rolled out, sheesh. I'm actually nervous now because they're going to be at the West Jordan Farmers Market.
Oh my gosh.
And they're going to be at Linden Days or something.
Someone?
No, they're going to a car show, like the Linden Days car show. If a fake Wienermobile pulls up.
You know what it is? It's Ballpark. It's Ballpark Franks. And it's some
Ballpark
weird
hot dog
strategy.
machine. Yeah. They just have to call it something different. Hold on a minute. I love how they go. The Wienermobile was nowhere near that. Look online. I won't actually look to see if the Wienermobile was there.
Well, you can see on our Instagram page and on our YouTube page for KSL Brightside.
They gave us whistles.
Videos.
They gave us hot dog whistles.
Yeah, where is mine?
I don't know. That's your problem, man. I got my wiener
I got
whistle
it right
in the
here.
old
It's in my pocket.
Hold on. Let's see if we can fire this up. Oh, you got yours?
Yep.
Let me see if I can.
Mine has 3 notes.
There you go.
Yep.
That's the old
that's
wiener whistle
evidence.
right there. Boom.
That's evidence is what that is.
Oh,
all right. Alex, speaking of the Wienermobile,
yeah, what do you got?
Let's do a news for the 1%.
Oh.
So all of you rich people out there, pay attention.
News for the 1%. Here we go. For all you rich folk out there.
If your net worth is less than $10 million, don't even bother listening to our news for the 1%.
All right, The Atlantic, which is actually a great news magazine. Do you read much in The Atlantic? Phenomenal.
Yeah,
stories.
I actually read a ton because a lot of our stories end up coming from The Atlantic, and I end up reading a lot of them. But this is one of them.
They've got an interesting title here. It says, "The best parenting hack is being rich." Now, here's the deal. So,
that sounds mean.
No, but I think it's right because rich people love telling you that money's not the most important thing, that money can't bring happiness, but we can never trust that, right? We can never trust that.
Right, but you also have people who are willing to test it. They're like, okay, put me to the test then.
Give me $10 million
Let me
and let's see if I'm
how
still
happy
not
I'm
happy.
going to be. Yeah.
So here's what it is. What the assertion is in this article, the best parenting hack is being rich, is that all of this modern parenting advice, all of the expert recommendations, like enforcing 0 screen time for your toddlers or diets or things like that, it is largely a luxury of time, money, and resources. In other words, the more money you have, the easier it is for you to control the environment around your children, control what they do, and give them options.
So what were the three
things?
things?
That they
Time, money, and what?
And resources.
See, here's the thing is that and this happens, I think, for a lot of people, and you guys are the same way, I'm assuming, as we've gotten older, because we knew each other at the beginning of this weird career.
Mm-hmm.
And then our families have gone down interesting career paths. But you know what's interesting is that now that we're and both sets of so you and I both come from parents both working homes.
Yes.
It's hard to dial that back, by the way, once you open that floodgate.
Once you go down that path, it's hard to walk away.
Because we definitely have more resources than we did when we were, in
your 20s.
Well, and even in our 30s, in our early 30s, where you're like, oh man, and the kids, they have stuff that we never had, right?
Yeah.
It's just a function of we're in our 40s now. We've been working for a long time. We've worked our way up the old ladder, right? It happens. I'll tell you what we have not gotten. When you have parents that both work, the time part hasn't come back. It hasn't come back.
It hasn't.
It's actually gotten worse.
But this is where wealth can help you with that. So here's an example. So one of the examples they have is the screen time dilemma. So restricting devices from toddlers requires an adult's full attention. Wealthy parents can afford high-quality childcare, enrichment activities, or the bandwidth to entertain their kids after a manageable workday. For a single parent working double shifts or something like that, a tablet is often the only safe, affordable, quote-unquote, babysitter available.
Now, that's interesting that they said that, because we are going through it right now where we're trying to have this Curie family renaissance of we've got to turn the screens off while we're all together. I saw something online the other day. I thought you'd appreciate this, Ethan, because it's along the lines of your trying to kill the scroll from everybody. Ethan's thing is he's got to try to kill the scroll for everyone.
Oh, yeah. You already know my position.
I know. And this, you would love what this guy said. He goes, I'm just letting you know right now, nothing amazing in life has ever happened inside your home on a screen.
Yeah.
Nothing, no amazing life experience has ever happened inside your home on a screen.
Yeah,
and I thought,
true.
That's exactly right. Like, it was basically just like this generic, like, go out and do stuff, plan some things, do those things, and that's where the experiences are going to come from. Sounds great, but doing it 7 days a week with the 7 kids at our house, that's hard to accomplish.
And especially if your family requires 2 incomes.
Yes.
I mean, it is a lot. So here's kind of a way to look at it. Is that what if, rather than scolding parents about screens, what if we did more to support families in ways that could be meaningful?
We're getting bigger screens, huge screens.
More of them.
Just the biggest screens you could imagine.
Sometimes,
but right before they go to bed.
Sometimes what we judge as bad parenting is just a lack of economic resources. And what we praise as good parenting is just financial security and the things that can provide a family. So
yeah.
I thought that was a really interesting kind of way of looking at that. But it is an uncomfortable headline. The best parenting hack is being rich. And unfortunately, I think in the United States that is the case.
I thought this was the funniest headline today, and I thought I want to make Ethan address this. It says the Powerball's now hit $750 million.
Yeah.
They drew last night, and then no one won that they know.
Okay.
So it's going to go back. It's going to go up again to. It's going to be approaching $1 billion, which we've seen before.
Yeah.
The Powerball's hit $1 billion before. But this article was really funny because it says. Powerball reaches $750 million. Financial advisors say winners should do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would love to hear what Ethan says. I got it. Well, you know you should do with that $750 million is like, I get the idea that people who win the lottery and things like that, they throw away their money pretty quickly. But like,
here's what you need to do.
But no, like in my head, when it was like,
this is
I'm gonna go, Ethan, I just won $750 million.
What are you?
I don't know how
next?
to handle myself.
No, Alex, it's actually a big deal. So I would do these 2 things, and this is not investment advice. I'm going to because there are a million ways that you can invest your money, right?
750 million ways to be exact.
You could also not invest it at all.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Be fine, right?
Yeah.
So this is just an enormous amount of money. Number 1, before you tell anyone what happened, before you tell anyone, I would hire a lawyer.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're going to move to the Azores.
Number 1, I would hire a lawyer.
Got it.
And I would attempt to stay as anonymous as possible. Okay. And then number 2, I would hire someone to be a go-between between your money and everyone else in your life. This is a role that sometimes investment advisors have to play. I'm familiar with this role.
Right. So you're the one. So you're the bad guy. You be the bad guy.
We have. I know people. I know people who have family members that are always trying to get at their money. So what you do is you designate someone else. So you can say, hey, I know you want some money. That's fine. I'm going to have you call Ethan because he handles all of this for me.
Right. He's my money guy.
And then they call me and I say, oh, it's a great idea. No, you can't have any of this money.
Yeah, none of it.
And then I'm the bad guy. But you know how often I get called?
Not that often.
Never.
Because they don't want. They
don't
go,
want to call.
Shoot.
They want to leverage their grandma or their mom. They don't want to call me.
So before we get to the break, I was going to tell you a quick story because I had a cousin who won a contest making a commercial for a detergent company.
Yeah.
And he made it with a friend. And you know what they won? They won the $1 million prize.
Cool.
Awesome. This was like 10 years ago. Back when $1 million meant something, Ethan. No, even 10 years ago, $1 million wasn't that very much money. And by the way,
I still think $1 million.
I thought
is a
so.
lot of money.
I think so too. But here's how you need to think about it, because then he started getting calls from everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. The entire extended family's like, "Hey man, what's going on? You're a millionaire now."
Yeah.
The thing was, you split it between two, so make it $500,000 because it's even split with those two guys.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that this company set it up was it was an annual payout, and after taxes on a contest winning taxes are not good, are not favorable for you. So it was like something ridiculous because the $1 million actually turned into like $509,000, and then you split that in half, and then it was over 10 years, and they basically were getting an extra $19,400 a year.
Yeah.
Added to their income,
which is really
you
different
don't
than
look at
$1
it.
million.
I know you don't look at it and go, "Oh, my millionaire cousin over here, can I borrow some money?" And they're like, "I'm still waiting on that first $19,000 check for this year." You know what I mean? Like,
I have an extra $1,200 a month.
But see, that's why people are like, oh, they're confused about the money because it sounds so black and white.
Yeah.
Oh, that athlete makes $100 million. The athlete's like, I got to see 31 of it, and then half of that went to my ex-wife, and then the other half of that, went out the window. Anyway, so in the end, just win the Powerball, you're going to be fine. That's what I'm saying. I think we learned from this. You win the Powerball, you're going to be fine. We're going to take a break. We've got news, traffic, and weather coming up, and then when we return, we've got much more on KSL Brightside, including how about parents and how much they're going to be spending on back to school. We'll talk about it. We'll give you the exact number. Stay right here with us. It's KSL Brightside.
It is 1:32 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. We'll look at our top stories this half hour. Box Elder County and investor Kevin O'Leary are filing motions to dismiss a lawsuit by data center opponents. The Box Elder Accountability Referendum, or BEAR Group, filed an appeal against the county's dismissal of the referendum efforts, which intended to put the future plans for this massive data center in the hands of voters. This new motion to dismiss from O'Leary and the county argues that the group did not provide sufficient facts to back up their claim that the county violated the Open and Public Meetings Act. And in other local news, a former Ogden police officer accused of injuring multiple people with his truck while intoxicated on the 4th of July is now being released from jail. And the future of his case may be up in the air as well. That's because prosecutors say Tyler Allen Crouch's toxicology test came back clean. Now they need to order a new one that tests for more substances. Crouch, though, has been ordered to stand trial next month in a separate case where he's also been accused of DUI. In our top national story this hour from ABC News, Democratic voters in Michigan are headed to the polls today to choose between moderate Representative Haley Stevens and progressive candidate Dr. Abdul El Sayed. ABC News Washington Bureau Chief Rick Klein has more on this high-stakes vote.
One of them is going to win, one's going to lose, and it's a stark divide in the party. It's going to mean a lot of disappointed supporters, but they will need all of them to come together in a state as narrowly contested as Michigan, running against the expected Republican nominee, Mike Rogers, who only narrowly lost 2 years ago.
An Emerson College polling survey released just a few days ago has El Sayed ahead of Stevens by 15 percentage points. Your money at this moment, the markets are all doing terrific today. The Dow is currently up a little over 1,000 points, up more than 1.9%. The S&P is currently up 149, and the NASDAQ is up 728 points. Coming up, got a couple more days of cooler weather, but we will be seeing triple digits come back. We'll take a look at the full forecast next. KSL News Time, 1:34.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
Advanced Window Products. Let me turn my microphone on. Advanced Window Products. You know who Jake is. Nate and Jake have come into our offices for years. They've been chatting with us about how to save you money. They do not have middlemen. They are not middlemen. They make sure to cut all that out for you. If you're looking for the best window in the entire world, I'm not just talking about here in Utah. I'm talking about these windows are made here from the top quality, all of the different materials that they know absolutely work here in the state of Utah. And they know Utah well because they're Utahns. They make the windows here. They customize them here. They install them with installers who are from here. And they make sure and use that lifetime warranty. It legitimately means lifetime warranty because a fully transferable owner-to-owner warranty, you don't see that in this business because people won't honor stuff like that, Ethan.
Yeah, that's right. Now tell us a little bit. I was surprised to learn this, is that you guys can install brand new windows and doors for most homes in just a day.
Yeah, most homes is about a day. Average home is 12 to 15 windows. We can get that done in a day.
You guys have killer install teams.
That's amazing.
They work for you guys. They're not some third party from outside.
They're all in-house. They work only for us. And we take a lot of pride in like the finished product, but also the product that we manufacture. You talk about like, it's funny. I have my buddy's house. I was just in his house the other day and looking at his windows. That's all I see anymore, just windows.
Yeah.
And so looking at his windows, like they're nice windows, but like the material that is going into them is just like cheap.
Oh,
it's just cheap. Like I'm looking at his glass, like I know exactly what it is. It's like, man, like you spent a lot of money on those like nice windows. And I don't say this to him, but like it's just cheap. And what we do, we take a lot of pride in the quality, like the glass that we use, the glass package, the best of the best, the vinyl that we use, the best of the best, and everything, the components, everything, because we have a lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
Like we have to stand behind that product. And so if you're a homeowner and you're cooking in your house, you're seeing those energy bills just like increasing. You walk up to your house in the evenings, you're dreading going inside. They don't look great. You can see that it's foggy. The sprinklers of water damage, condensation between the panes. Call us. We can fix all of that, and we can make it so it's affordable to you as a homeowner.
Don't let all that hard-earned money fly out the window during the winter and during the summer. You can't do it.
You can't do it. So you've got a great deal for us. A back-to-school deal.
Back-to-school special. Okay, so homeowners, if you are thinking about new windows, please call us today because we're going to give you $2,500 off the purchase of 10 or more windows. Then when you sign, we're going to give you $1,000 cash in hand,
boom,
right there upon signing. So you're getting a total of $3,500 with $1,000 cash back. So that cash back, what we're doing here, we have the first 10 callers. They are going to unlock those savings, but we don't want. We understand. Like I've got children back to school.
Yeah,
you spend a lot of money. You guys are going to be talking about it here in a minute.
Yes,
spend a lot of money. This money can go help you get your kids back to school. If you don't have children, go on vacation.
Okay, let me give you that phone number right now. If you're listening, if you want to be one of those 10 callers, you get the $2,500 off of 10 windows or more, and then you sign up with these guys. And this is a local company, Advanced Windows, wants to take care of you, give you the best savings on windows. 801-850-9100. You make that signing happen, you get $1,000 on top of that. Cash in your hand. 801-850-9100. Give them a call right now. Get that free energy audit at your home. Let them tell you how they can help you. 801-850-9100. It's Advanced Window Products.
Sign up for KSL Text Alerts. Get breaking news and traffic updates by texting the word news to 57500. Want access to exclusive contests? Text contest to 57500. Jazz fans, text the word jazz for breaking jazz updates. And Cougar fans, text BYU to 57500 for the latest on the Cougars. Message and data rates may apply.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at UCCU.com. Here's Ricky Meese.
We do have a crash in the Cottonwood Heights area. This is westbound I-215 South Belt after 20th East. It quickly got moved out of traffic to the shoulder. You're not going to see any delays there or on any of your other Valley freeways at this time. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather, look for a high of 92 degrees today, 95 tomorrow. Then we'll be up flirting with triple digits come Thursday with a high of 99, plenty of sunshine. Friday is expected to be the hottest day of the week at 103 degrees. Right now, 84 degrees and sunny in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com, or Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard. And Andy Cupp, who's the producer for Inside Sources, which is the program you can hear just a little bit earlier here on KSL News Radio, kind of late morning program. He replied to Michael, because you remember Micah called you out.
Yeah, he said it's not real.
It said the website says the Wienermobile is nowhere near Utah. Andy replied, he said, "Hi, Michael. There are 6 Wienermobiles, and one of them is currently here in Utah. It stopped by the KSL broadcast house this morning. It'll be in West Jordan tomorrow night and Linden on Saturday morning."
Ha!
So that's the Inside Sources
and
producer.
And again, Andy is reputable. You can hear whatever bull from us, but when Andy Cupp replies and goes, "I stood in front of the Wienermobile today, and they took video. They did an interview on Inside Sources with the hot doggers." It's a real thing. Don't try to tell me what it's like doing the moon landing thing. Be like, no, you didn't actually see that. And you're like, no. And then we look at each other and go, was that the real Wienermobile?
Here's
no,
what I want to know.
It was produced in a warehouse somewhere. It's not even a real Wienermobile.
It was fake, just like the moon landing.
I don't even know what I saw. Yeah.
Here's my question, though, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
How is the Wienermobile on Inside Sources and not on KSL Brightside?
That was the timing of it. I had the same thought where I was like,
because this seems like a Brightside thing.
Oh, for sure. But
do we need to invite Inside Sources to kind of stay in their lane? Because I feel like they've stepped over into where we live.
Here's the thing: is I think Greg Skordas was like this. Happy to. If I don't have to talk about the hot dog mobile, I'm happy to do it.
I mean, how would they feel if we just started talking about politics? I mean, they'd feel.
They'd be fine with it. They're nice people. Ethan's like, hot dog story, that's kind of our thing. I was like, that's an embarrassing thing to say. But
it's true,
we did get a Brightside exclusive with the hot doggers. I sat down with them. I sat down with them, and we talked about just kind of the stuff they're going through personally.
It's online. You can find it on the KSL Brightside YouTube or Instagram.
All right.
Various other places that Caitlin posted. I think we're even on TikTok. Oh, she's posting it.
Caitlin,
right.
I just got to. No. That's fine. Caitlin, by the way, I did just get something that we kind of forgot about, and I can't wait to get the update on it. But Patrick Wiggins is ready to give us an update on where that rocket is is it going to hit Earth tonight? Is that what it was?
It's a SpaceX rocket that
it hits Earth tonight?
Going to run into it's going to crash into the moon.
Oh, the moon, not us. So not us, the moon.
No, we're going to get an update from Patrick on that. In the meantime, though, let's do a quick Perfect Parent Club.
Okay, all right, let's jump in. You want to be able to judge other parents like we do? Let's go ahead and do it. It's a Perfect Parent Club right here in Brightside. Oh, no. Do we have some audio for it?
Oh, all right.
I got it. No. I got it. Here it is.
Boom.
Oh, no, it's for school. It's a school thing.
Class clown or teacher's pet. School is in session, and you're getting extra credit.
All right, today on KSL Brightside Extra Credit, according to a Good Morning America Ipsos poll, Americans are going to spend around $900 per child for K through 12 back-to-school spending. This includes shoes, clothes, supplies, lunches, and tech.
I could see as a full family of like 5 or 6 kids spending $900 total. But the $900 per kid, you know what that sounds like to me? Hallmark gaming up the numbers. You know what I mean? When they go, oh, I say Hallmark, but I'm saying for the Hallmark holidays, like your Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Stuff like that where they go, the average American spends $200 on their wives in cards and chocolates and flowers.
They're trying to encourage you to spend more.
Yes.
You think that's what this is?
There's not a freaking way that you spend $900 per kid on your back-to-school stuff. $900 would buy you, I mean, that's a crazy amount of money. I mean, I'm going to be honest, that was like my first tuition check to BYU. $900. Come on.
68% of parents say that items are more expensive this year than last year, which I think the numbers bear that out.
Of course. Yeah.
30% of parents say that the prices feel about the same as the previous year. But the top source of financial stress for back-to-school items due to major price spikes, according to parents, it's clothing and shoes.
Okay.
Clothing and shoes has gone up.
There's no way clothing and shoes are going to be $900 for a one single
No, that's
kid.
the biggest. That's the biggest. Like
for sure.
That's the biggest increase. Price increase has been clothing and shoes because right now, I mean, inflation is the big problem we have. Inflation tapered off a lot in 2024, but starting last year, it just shot back up again, and so it's a real struggle. But Alex, I'll tell you what part of this might be, though.
What is it?
What about technology? What about computers and laptops?
It's a great question. It's a great question. I just asked Copilot this same question. What's $900 going to get me? Give me a shopping list. It's $900
for back to school.
For back to school.
Okay, what did it say?
Okay, that'll get you 10 to 12 outfits.
Oh,
full outfits. Yeah.
All just that?
That'll no. That's just the $450 of that's about half of it.
Okay.
Shoes and clothes, all that. Backpack and lunchbox. That's going to set you back between $40 and $100. School supplies themselves between $50 and $120. Jackets and hoodies between $50 and $120. Haircuts and personal items, $30 to $60. And then extras, water bottle, calculator. Now that does get expensive. Headphones, etc., is another $75 to $150. That gets you a total between $700 and $1,100, which is what I asked it to do, is that $900 range.
Yeah.
Ethan, I don't know a soul who's ever gotten between 10 and 12 new outfits for school. I don't know a soul who's gotten it. And then 2 new shoes, a backpack, and a lunchbox. My kid's trying to work on me for a new backpack this year, by the way. And I'm like, and if you don't know this as a parent, almost every backpack that's ever made out of like by any manufacturer that's like a big name, they're all lifetime warranty. If they've ever,
really?
Almost all of them are lifetime warranty. Look into it. You do never go buy multiple backpacks every. I go, you're getting caught up in the I'm too cool thing. But I think your blue Adidas backpack from last year is going to work. I'm not going to get you a black Nike one this year just because you're like, yeah, but this one's pretty nice.
Yeah. Well,
$900, no way.
Yeah, that does seem like a lot. But I mean, I'm like you. I'm not spending anywhere close to that. And I don't know. Should I embrace this conspiracy? Is this Good Morning America?
Just trying to push it?
Is this just trying to push the amount of money that I spend a little bit up?
Maybe they are saying that, like, if it's electronics, like a tablet, like a cheap tablet, then you're spending $400 on that. You know what I mean? That's probably what they're referring to.
All
right. So if you want to be able to help yourself when it comes to the back to school stuff, I guess $900 was not necessarily as arbitrary as we thought, because Advanced Window Products is going to actually up that even more, and they're going to give you $1,000 cash in hand to help you with that back to school shopping.
$2,500 off when you purchase 10 windows or more, plus when you sign on the dotted line, everyone's in on it.
Yep.
They you guys hand over $1,000 cash.
Cash.
And all you have to do to get that process going is call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100.
Jake, this is
what
today.
Is that? Is that 10 hundreds?
That is 10 hundreds. You will have 10 hundreds handed to you.
Can I get smaller bills?
I was going to say, I like a bunch of fives.
Yeah,
like 200 fives. Yeah. Jake, this is a today only special, though, when we're talking about the $1,000 cash. This is something you guys don't ever do.
This is today only, and for the first 10 callers.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. 801-850-9100. 801-850-9100. Ask them about how to get that extra special deal and get that $1,000 cash back today. But what are they going to get? When it comes down to it, rubber meets the road, and those windows get installed in the home. What actually happens from like a functionality standpoint in my house?
Yeah, so that day when we come out to install those windows, we will be in and out of your house in a day, maybe 2, depending on the number of windows that you have in your home. And we go one by one, each opening, because that's a concern that a lot of homeowners have, is like, how inconvenient is this? Like, do I have to repaint everything? Do I have to redo the outside, the exterior of my house?
Is it going to be 100 degrees for 3 days while it gets cooled back down
We
again?
make it as easy as possible for you as a homeowner. We go one window at a time, one opening at a time. You don't need to repaint your inside. You don't need to repaint your windowsills or the jambs. You don't need to redo all of your siding. You don't need to redo all of your exterior of your house.
That is interesting.
It's really a smooth process. Most homeowners, when after the installation process, they're blown away by how easy it was. And our goal is to make this process as easy as possible for you as a homeowner. We want to break down any of those barriers or those concerns. So if price is a concern, we can take care of you. We have financing options.
Yeah.
If you're concerned about the time that it's going to take or what the lead time is, we can get you in. We'll get your windows installed within 6 to 8 week time frame. And when we're there at your house, it's going to be a day or 2. Make it really easy, really smooth, and then you'll get a lifetime warranty. So if anything ever comes up, you call us and we'll take care of you.
And make sure you ask about that financing too. When you call 801-850-9100, because you can do financing as low as $150 a month.
Yeah,
which you're starting to kind of line up your savings on your heating and cooling bill.
It's exactly that's where if I could just have everyone understand you're going to be making money on your windows.
It's got to be amazing.
Yeah.
If people aren't familiar with this company, Advanced Window Products, they've been here for 40 years in the state of Utah. This is a Utah company, Utah installation crews, Utah factory, of course, where they make the windows. All of it happens right there. They cut out the middleman. Top quality products on top of the fact that you are going to get the best service possible. No national company is going to be rolling in and saying, oh, we're going to do this for you, and then it's shipped from wherever. This is all done right here, and that's how they're able to save you money. Today only, you get the $1,000 cash back when you sign on the dotted line, plus $2,500 off of 10 windows or more. Just ask them about that free energy audit. Just give them a call right now. Say, hey, how do I get on the book so at least get looked at to see what you guys can save me? 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. Take advantage of it right now. It's Advanced Window Products.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. Call 800-948-7878. That's 800-948-7878. 800-948-7878.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. Thanks so much for tuning in. And as always, we're taking your text at 57500. One of the things that we posted up online earlier today, well, I guess Caitlin can tell me if it was posted, is our the Ugly Towns video. It's going up right now. So right now, Caitlin is posting a video, a very, very short video that we did earlier, soliciting your recommendations for Utah's ugly towns, and I was against this.
You are not. Stop acting like. Hold on.
I think it's mean.
He's doing this high road thing. I will say that the majority of the comments that people got that we got on our prettiest towns in Utah video that we did, we got a cajillion comments across all of our platforms, and most of them were sarcastic. They're like, "Oh yeah, Magna, wherever Ethan lives." You know, like it was a lot of sarcasm.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate. You know what I mean? Lowest common denominator.
Well, so you can text us if you want. What are Utah's ugly towns? But that's kind of been primarily a social media thing. I just wanted to encourage you to check that out if you're into shaming the ugly towns in Utah.
This
which, again, I
guy
think
did
is
it all
terrible.
day yesterday. He's like, I got a whole list of ugly places that I avoid all the time. You're one of those people
I
who are
never
like,
said that.
you're one of those people who's like, I actually don't go any further south than 45th South if I don't need to. I know those people.
I live
haven't
further
crossed
south than that.
I haven't crossed Point of the Mountain down into how do you pronounce it? Utah County? I haven't gone down there for
down
decades.
There? Is it St. Does it go Orem, St. George, Spanish Fork?
That's what is that's the attitude that people like you, Ethan, have. So stop pretending like you go, I've never seen an ugly town in Utah. All right.
There's in the meantime, though, there's an interesting article at KSL.com.
Yes.
And it says this, boys are falling behind in school. What would help? And it doesn't it goes into a lot of information to identify what they say is an ongoing problem. And that is that girls are outperforming men and boys academically. Over the last 20 years especially, women are getting more degrees. Women are doing better in school. Women are reading more than boys are. And some people are starting to raise the alarm that there is something structurally wrong with our education system, and that's why boys
are underperforming. Because the system isn't catering to them, or it's catering to the girls better, or what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Because when I was in school, now Ethan, oh boy, hold on. Is it your 30th anniversary? Is it your 30th high school reunion this year?
No, that was last year.
Oh, geez, you're old.
Yeah.
Hey,
am I? Tell me more.
Well, my 30th is I'm still a few years away from my 30th.
I had to give it some thought because my 30th reunion was just another one that I didn't go to. I have yet to go to a high school reunion.
Well, you didn't go to the actual graduation itself, so I think it fits.
That's my point.
I know. I will never go back.
I'm not class of 95. Yeah. I'm class of 95.75.
Right. So I'm class of 99, and the class of 99, when I get to that 30th year, it'll be like everything else. I will never go back to a high school reunion. I'm not going to. I mean, I haven't been to one at all.
They're about to tear down my high school.
But I think they're keeping like the important bits, the haunted parts of West, right?
No, man, it's all coming down.
All right. No, the whole thing is? I thought they were keeping like the cool facade on the one side is going to be like the athletic department, I thought.
No, I don't think so.
I thought that they're going to keep at least none of the old part of the building they're keeping.
I've heard that they're going to keep like some of the reintroduce some of the molding and things like that.
Yeah, but give me the original.
They're building it across the street.
No, I know where they're building like the main school now, but I thought they were going to have at least like that cool old looking facade was going to be part of at least half of it was going to be part of the athletic department.
But see, this is the confusing thing. If everyone wanted to keep a cool old building, why not keep the cool old building? I don't understand.
They're like, this cool old building sucks. We're going to tear it all down. But you know what? We're going to keep part of it.
How can we make it look exactly the same?
We're going to remember how terrible it was when it got really gross at the end.
But it's never been a gross
you know what?
building. It's an awesome building.
Highland High School, they're coming along with their rebuild, and that high school has looked like garbage for years. So I don't think there's any part of Highland High School that people want to keep.
But you can't
Jake,
compare.
no? There's no
compare.
parts that people want to keep of that school. They're not like, I love the big brick square part that's just a rectangle and just beige. I want to keep that and remember it in my heart. There's no way.
Look.
But see, East High School, there are parts of that people want to keep like the old school. Look at West High School, the oldest high school in Utah.
This is my point. This is my point is you cannot compare, with all respect to the Highland High
Rams.
Yeah. You cannot compare West and Highland. They were built in different times. You cannot compare those, architecturally speaking. And you're right. West High School is the oldest high school in the state. In fact, the seal of West High School still says Salt Lake High School.
Yeah.
And I feel like the oldest high school in the state should look like the oldest high school in the state. And I don't know why we're rebuilding it.
Well,
it's not clear to me.
Probably the asbestos.
I think they tore that out.
The asbestos. 70s. I think every child was given a vial of mercury that they had to carry around with them into most of school. Before we get to news, traffic, and weather, though, Ethan, I was going to say, on this commentary about whether or not girls are ahead of boys these days, it was happening when I was in high school. Every one of the smart kids in school were all girls. My wife, 100%, she was a way better high school student than I ever could have imagined.
So you're just going to give up?
I'm giving up. I've told my boys that. Girls are smarter than you. All right.
Marry a good one.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. We'll look at our top stories this hour. Box Elder County and Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary are asking a judge to throw out a lawsuit against the Stratos data center project. Opponents of the data center filed the lawsuit to get the project put on the ballot so voters could have a say in it. KSL legal analyst Greg Skorda says their argument comes down to a technicality.
What they said was that the court doesn't have jurisdiction, the court that it was filed in, which is the First District Court in Box Elder County. They said this is an elections case and should have been filed in the Supreme Court. So there's no what we call subject matter jurisdiction, and they filed it in the wrong court.
Greg says there will be some more back and forth before the court decides whether or not they have the jurisdiction to proceed. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. We are now hearing from the man who confronted a gunman with his semi-automatic pistol during a mass shooting outside an Idaho In-N-Out burger location Saturday.
My goal was to try to help as many people get home as possible, to be with their families, to be with their friends. That was the entire goal.
35-year-old Jordan Salinas telling ABC News he started training for a mass shooting after one 5 years ago in an Idaho mall. 3 people were killed last weekend, 7 others were injured. Police say the suspect also died at the scene. And the family of a 10-year-old girl who nearly died after falling into Willow Pond is asking for help with her treatment.
Linnea Teowali was playing in the pond with her sister last week when she went under the water and disappeared. By the time search and rescue crews found her, they estimated she had been under the water for about 10 minutes. She was flown to Primary Children's, where she is still on life support, and the medical bills are adding up. Her family has set up a GoFundMe account to help with those medical bills and to help make it possible for her mom and dad to be by her side. Don Brinkerhoff, KSL News Radio.
And your money at this moment, the markets are doing terrific today. The Dow is currently up 907 points. It's now above 54,000. The S&P is up 135, and the NASDAQ is up 671 points. That's more than 2.5%. Coming up, got a little bit longer to enjoy this cooler weather, but triple digits are in the forecast. We'll take a look at the full forecast next. KSL News Time 2:02.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
The Children's Center Utah provides a unique service in our communities by meeting the needs of very young children and their caregivers. Here's a Little Minds, Big Hope message from Dr. Kyle Smith, the Children's Center Utah's child and adolescent psychiatrist.
Did you know that extreme separation anxiety can be more than just a phase? For some children, it may be a sign of deeper stress or them being overwhelmed by their emotions. Find out more at childrencenterutah.org.
My friend Joey means well.
Always remember that the early bird gathers no moss.
But he gets a little confused.
You know, you can't make a silk purse out of a wooden nickel.
Like Joey, many of us can be confused when it comes time to plan for retirement. When to take Social Security, how to use that 401k, what about the stock market, taxes, and Medicare? Todd Kim at Galileo Wealth Management can help to simplify retirement planning. His goal is to have you walk into retirement with confidence, not worry, and to address the number one concern among retirees today, the fear of running out of money. Call Galileo Wealth today for a no-cost, no-obligation meeting to talk about the details of your retirement. 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online, GalileoWealth.com. And remember,
one man's trash is thicker than water. Of course, water's not thick at all. It's watery.
Hi, this is Doug Wright. I'm here with Monty from Connecticut Quality Water Systems of Salt Lake, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. And I was thinking the other day, Monty, that every water softener I've ever seen has a giant tank that holds bags and bags of water softener salt. Well, except one, the one I have in my home. And I picture this, my Connecticut has the little salt tank about the size of a paper shredder or a small trash can.
Well, Doug, that's because the Connecticut water softeners use so much less salt, an average of 70% less than other water softeners. So you don't need a tank that holds 6 or 8 bags of salt.
I love the fact that it's so easy to fill because I don't have to lift those bags up so high, and it seems like those bags of salt, well, they're getting heavier every year.
Yes, it does. When you're using 1 bag of salt for every 3 a regular water softener uses, there's no need for a large salt tank.
Tired of lifting those heavy salt bags to fill your giant water softener salt tank? Go to softwaterutah.com. That's softwaterutah.com.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Ricky Meese.
KSL's own Eric Butler giving us a heads up of a disabled vehicle in West Valley, northbound I-215's West Belt, approaching the California Avenue exit, and it is sticking out into the right lane of traffic. The rest of your Valley freeways seeing a quiet drive. Looking for a new ride? Doug Smith offers great savings on new and used vehicles. Big selection, great prices, and great people. Visit us in American Fork, Spanish Fork, Linden, or at heydoug.net. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Staying relatively cooler for the next couple of days, but getting hotter as we work our way through the week. Look for a high of 92 degrees today, 95 tomorrow. They'll be flirting with triple digits come Thursday. Friday could be the hottest day of the week at 103 degrees, and we're expected to stay in the triple digits through the weekend. Right now, it is 87 degrees and mostly clear skies in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Now we've got houses, kids, responsibilities.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, we're all grown up. We have pre-diabetes, lower back pain.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL News Radio, KSL Brightside specifically. I'm Ethan Millett here with Alex Curie, and in about a half an hour, we're going to get some details on one of the most interesting news stories of the summer, and that is a SpaceX rocket this week is going to crash into the moon. It's an uncontrolled descent onto the moon. Apparently, and I don't know that they would necessarily say they got something wrong, but it didn't seem like that was necessarily the orbit that it was supposed to be in. And it's going to be crashing into the moon at a few thousand miles per hour.
Over 5,000 miles per hour, which, of course, we're all sorts of like, oh, man, I can't believe they would be that irresponsible. Show me the video. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see what something moving 5,000 miles an hour hitting the moon looks like. Come on.
We're going to be chatting with Patrick Wiggins, who is an astronomer and also the solar system ambassador for the state of Utah. So he's a good friend of ours, and we're going to be chatting with him. He's going to be trying to observe this impact.
It's supposed to happen tonight past midnight, yes?
Yeah. And I'm really interested to know, and here's what I want to know. I want to know why we didn't just tilt it towards the sun. I feel like if that's
the
possible,
rocket or the moon?
The rocket, not the moon. Goodness, no. We need the moon.
You know what my favorite quote is of the day of the show? We need the moon, Alex. Come on.
Well, could you imagine the Earth with no tides and no seasons?
Wow. Actually, I started to think about it now. We're kind of in no season situation in Utah,
true.
right?
We did have an amazing winter, didn't we?
The most amazing
so-called winter.
Never ended last year. Summer never ended last year. Endless summer. Let's go.
So we're going to be talking with him in about 2:35, I guess, is when we're going to have Patrick on. And I'm really super interested in all of this. So make sure you tune in for that. In the meantime, Alex found this story.
Oh, yeah.
It is completely frivolous, but thought-provoking.
I was going to say, some of these lists I hate.
So you have to tiptoe around places like BuzzFeed. So this is 47 things that other countries have that the U.S. should adopt.
And I don't want to focus on all of them because I thought there were some that were really, really dumb, and I thought some that were not very good.
I found one that I thought was amazing because I have a daughter who suffers so terribly when it comes to allergies.
Oh.
But in Japan, they have what are called air showers. Now, these are out there. They look kind of like phone booths.
Yes.
But they're for people who are allergic to pollen. And you get in there, and there are all of these air jets, and it just blasts all the pollen off of you and sucks it away. And I saw that, and I thought, boy, that is actually really smart.
By the way, speaking of the air puffer machines, have we gotten rid of those at airports now officially?
I haven't seen an air puffer in a long time.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
It was exciting when you got it because you were like, ooh, this is basically the concept, but for bomb particles, right? Wasn't that what the idea was?
That was exactly right. Nowadays, they just have those scanners where you put your arms up and then everyone pretends they can't see you naked.
Right. But the image we see when we come out of it is
just the outline.
Homer Simpson, the yellow Homer Simpson, white outline. And then, like, for me, there's always a yellow block in a place that I don't want them searching.
Sir, what's in your pockets?
I know. And I'm like, And you know what I do now? I've told them too, because they're like, we got to do search this area right here. And it's obviously in a very uncomfortable area for all parties involved. But I just go right ahead. You want to have a private room for this? And I go, no, let's do it in front of everybody. And actually, while we're doing this, you have to make eye contact with me the whole time.
I want you to touch me in front of all these people.
You have to stare at me while you do it too. Okay, so the things like this.
Warsaw, Poland.
What do you have?
Warsaw, Poland has a section of sidewalk. It is a designated separated lane.
This is amazing.
So they have a lane for bikes.
Right.
They have a lane for walking.
Yes.
And then in the middle they have a lane which shows someone huddled face down on their phone.
Yes,
it has for when you're walking on your phone.
It has a walking and staring at your phone lane. Which, by the way, strictly speaking, if you're walking and staring at your phone, you might deviate from that path quite often.
Yeah.
And it almost looks like the picture that they made of the guy, too. He's like hunched over and kind of obese.
And he's about to walk in front of the bicycle
right.
lane.
He looks. Yeah. Actually, I wonder if they're doing this as a joke. To basically be like, yeah, it's a shame lane. It's a shame lane. Now, I will say, this one's really cool. Japan has now gotten pizza boxes that have handles on the top. Okay? And so they fold up. So imagine a flat box, because Japan doesn't go halfway on any of them. Most of the stuff on this list, by the way, is from Japan. They don't go halfway on any of this stuff. The box is flat.
Okay.
It has a little flap that you can just pull up in the middle, and it's just a handle immediately. It becomes like a curve.
So you don't have to hold it on both sides.
You don't have to hold it on both sides. You hold it like a handle. And it doesn't come open. It has the little sides that keep the thing down.
That's really smart.
I know, it is. And it makes me wonder why we didn't get through, why we didn't do things like they do in Japan. Now, this one I am absolutely not for. I'm not for it at all. And they said it like it's an amazing feature. And again, out of Japan. Japan has emergency toilets in elevators, just in case.
Oh.
I don't like this idea at all. This is taking us backward.
You know what we need, though? We need emergency toilets on the road, on the highways.
On the side of the road?
Yeah.
No, because it's dangerous to get out. It's dangerous to get out.
But once I get into traffic, I immediately need to use the bathroom.
How often do you put them on I-15? How often do you find them spaced out? At least every 300 feet, right? Is it porta potties?
So, yeah.
Or in this case, because this one makes it look like it's just kind of in the corner, and you're basically just. I don't like it because it looks like something that if it would be taken advantage of quite often by.
Well, people would use it.
Yes, and not in an emergency. You know what I mean? So getting on that elevator would be a problem.
Here's an interesting one out of all places, Moscow, Russia.
Okay.
So, they have the system for lights for semaphores. So red and green, right?
For semaphores, they're called stoplights.
They're also called semaphores.
I know, but no one has called it that since it was invented here in the state of Utah, by the way, by a police officer.
So, red light, green light.
Got it.
But the entire pole, so the pole that starts on the ground
LED.
and then arcs across the front,
Yep.
the entire pole illuminates red
Love
or
it.
green.
Yep.
And I like that. And you know where they should put those? Utah County. Because is it just me, or do a lot of people run red lights and late yellow lights, dark yellow lights?
You could say it's a Utah County issue. It's actually just a full Utah issue.
I feel
they get very aggressive with how late they'll be in an intersection and go, I'm good.
I feel
it
like
was red. They get to the intersection, and then they go through the full thing. I think it's not really a Utah County. I live in Davis County, Ethan, and I watch people do it all the time.
I'd be interested to hear if this is, because here's my theory.
Stop trying to make this a Utah County. You're trying to make it a BYU versus Utah thing. That's your vibe.
No. It's particularly northern Utah County. I feel like traffic has gotten so terrible there so quickly, and people have like no other choice but to be in this terrible traffic. And I think that's what is.
They're like, I cannot wait. I can't wait another light cycle.
I'm not doing this. And I think that's what it is. I don't know. Do you see that too? 57500 if you want to corroborate that.
Ski resorts in Japan have started to use saltwater sprinklers to keep the pavement from getting icy and too dangerous. That's actually a pretty good idea, right? We got all that salt water out here.
We have lots of salt. Well, yeah, we do have salt water.
Could you imagine putting together a proposal to start pumping water out of the Great Salt Lake?
Onto the sidewalks?
Up to the ski resorts for a bunch of rich people? I've got an idea. Oh, is it going to rebuild Salt Lake? Well, hold on. Kind of.
So we use the fresh water on the lawns. We use the salt water on the streets.
We are going to improve the tourism situation. Just start pumping all that salt water up to the ski resorts. Could you imagine, too, you start pumping you start pumping the Great Salt Lake water onto those ski resorts, it just starts to smell like brine shrimp. Welcome to Snowbird.
The plants are doing terribly afterwards.
Oh, there are things that other countries do way better than us, and we won't admit it a lot. But I think it actually works more in reverse. I think there are a lot of things that we do well here. No one wants to admit that America does things well. I think people came here during the World Cup and they went, yeah, darn it, it's pretty darn good there. It's pretty darn good there.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, at the end of the day, you get used to what you know, right? Do we have a good life here? Yeah, we have a good life here. But it is easy to look at some of these other gadgets and things and say, boy, that'd be cool to have here. But you know what, though?
Ooh.
Then you got to ask the question, who pays for them?
Yep.
And no one wants to. So ultimately, it's that frugality that defines public life in the United States.
Northern Europe's expansive canal systems in a lot of the cities have now moved to boat drive-thrus from McDonald's. You know what it's called? Just McBoat. McBoat. Like, I think people took advantage of the fact that it was Bodie McBoatface. Remember that?
Yeah,
and so McDonald's just goes, your drive-through boat experience. No, I'm saying
in Norway?
No. It just said northern. It said mostly in Germany, but parts of northern Europe, a boat drive-through from McDonald's in case you get hungry cruising down the old river. I'm all for this. I think just the term McBoat.
Do they allow swim
fun.
up?
You know that's illegal.
No swim ups?
You can't swim up. Mm-mm. Yeah. Okay.
I don't have a boat.
Hey, joining us in studio is Jake from Advanced Window Products. Jake, how are things going, man? Are people wanting to get back to school, want to get that $1,000 off already?
We have 5 slots left.
Okay, let's go.
We've got 5 slots left.
Let's not mess around. Explain what we're doing here, because Advanced Window Products, if they're in studio, we get great deals. Jake and Nate usually roll up, and they have awesome deals. $2,500 off of 10 windows or more. It's become synonymous with what you guys do business-wise. And we talk about it all the time, almost every day. But you guys are doing something extra. And if your home is struggling to keep the cool in during this hot season, struggling to keep the warm in during the winter, you've got yourself a window issue, and money is just pouring out of your bad windows.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you are in that situation and you've been putting it off, don't put it off any longer, because you're going to get $1,000 cash back. Money, like literal cash in your hand when you sign. If you call today, you're going to unlock $2,500 off the purchase of 10 or more windows, plus that cash back. But you have to call today to schedule that appointment. Darren is going to be on the other line. You'll get a hold of him. He's one of our factory reps, and he'll come out to your house the next day or two, and it will take you, it literally take less than 5 minutes to get this scheduled. And then when Darren comes to your home, it's 45 minutes. I know there are homeowners out there that have talked to other window companies. They've had someone else, another company, knock on their door, or they've had another company that they've called, had them in their home, and it's a 2.5-hour presentation. That is not us. We value our time. We value your time. We will be 45 minutes in your home explaining what makes us different and showing you how we can save you money with the purchase of new windows. We'll walk through each of your windows and just show, break down where you're having the pain points.
And by the way, consultation absolutely free.
Free, yeah, no pressure. Yeah.
So 801-850-9100. If you call that number today, it has to be today. 801-850-9100. They have 5 left. You'll get $2,500 off 10 windows or more, plus $1,000 in your hand, $1,000 cash. $100 bills, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right in your hand, which would be great for back-to-school shopping. And then ask about the financing. They've got very, very easy financing, as low as $150 a month, which when you compare that to the savings you're going to get, that's pretty damn nice.
Yeah, we have, there's a show host in Phoenix who he sent me a text the other day, and I may have said this in the past, but his
Phoenix,
May,
does it get hot there?
It gets pretty hot there. His May energy bill was $251, and in June, after he'd placed the windows, it was he had saved $150. Sorry, it was the opposite. $251 in June. May was $450.
Wow,
significant
and June was probably
savings.
hotter.
June was June's hotter than May.
that $150 payment is a great deal.
Okay.
So you can get brand new state-of-the-art windows, and you don't feel like you need to splash out this ton of money. In fact, you get $1,000 cash and an easy-to-afford monthly payment. This is phenomenal.
But you got to do it right now, because we're only doing this today, and you got 5 more spots to be able to honor those. So let's get it going. 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. 801-850-9100. It's Advanced Window Products.
I want to extend an invitation
to stop hiding in the back of photos. I know what that feels like. How long can you hold your breath for the photo before you finally have to let it out?
Yeah.
You don't have to do that anymore once you go through Soda Diet and Nutrition, because they will change how you look. I let go of 70 pounds in 5 months.
And I let go of 37 pounds in 3 months. I remember when I was heavy, I used to wear jackets even in 100 degrees in the summer because I wanted something to cover my waist. Do you know how fun it is to be able to tuck a T-shirt in? This is the simple things in life. Tucking a shirt, wearing shorts, and not feeling, self-conscious is awesome.
Putting a belt on that goes right below your belly button where it's supposed to go?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was possible. And then it was because of Soda Diet and Nutrition.
Right now, you can get 4 weeks for free by calling 866-800-SODA and just mentioning KSL.
But the time's running out to take advantage of this, so call 866-800-SODA, mention KSL, and get 4 weeks free because Soda is, say it with me, Amanda, state of the art.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, get early access to our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty. KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed and still don't on KSL News Radio.
Okay, in September, there's a new iPhone coming out.
What number is it? That's what I was going to ask you.
I'm
what
actually
number
not sure.
What number are we on the iPhone?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is.
It's impossible to find out.
Hold on, let me
That's
see.
The thing.
Hold on.
That's
Are
the
you
thing
asking me to just Google it?
No, I'm just saying, like, when I saw this story, I thought to myself, I think I have a 14. 8's going on 18 right now? I'm due for an upgrade.
The iPhone models launching in September are iPhone 18.
They are 18. All right, okay.
So iPhone 17 launched already. I don't know what mine is.
Yeah, I've got like a 14 or a 15. I think that means I'm due for an upgrade here at the office then, right? Can we get this new 18? And if we do, because there's a whole new program to get it. Because I saw this and I thought to myself, we're already doing the monthly payment plan on phones because they've become so expensive. We've pushed people to just do the monthly plan, right?
So iPhone is rolling out a new thing. It's called Apple Upgrade. And basically it's a leasing program. So you rent it rather than buy it. And that gives you a chance to kind of regularly upgrade your equipment because you are always
not owning the phone.
Making that payment. You never own it. Which, I mean, I don't know what to think about this because on the one hand, a permanent forever payment is annoying to have. On the other hand, if you've ever tried to keep an older iPhone working, it gets harder and harder and harder as time goes on.
They almost make it that way,
They
right?
stop supporting them.
Yeah.
And it gets harder and harder and harder. So you're regularly having to buy new, if you're into the Apple ecosystem, right? You're regularly having to buy new iPhones anyway because your old ones just stop working. So I don't know. I mean, I guess you could make the argument that if you had just a modest monthly payment and it was for the rest of your life or for as long as you had an iPhone, but you kind of always had a good one. I get it. You just return your old device, get a brand new one.
Here's the thing is, like, I've noticed that the payment is pretty low when you do the trade-in on the phone because they try to incentivize the trade-in because they want you to up it. They want you to get a new payment on the phone, but the trade-in on a phone significantly reduces the price of, and at least you're buying it, right?
Yeah.
Gosh, listen to what we were talking now. If you would have told my parents in the past, be like, hey, in 25 years, your grandkids are going to be leasing a phone.
Look at this text.
Why are they leasing a phone? Well, because they're $2,000.
Look at this text. You should count yourself lucky. I still have an iPhone 7. How?
There's no way.
How do you have an iPhone 7?
Is
How
he
does
just
it
playing
work?
Snake all day? What is he doing on it?
Do you only make calls? Are you not able to have any other apps or anything like that?
That's what I'm asking. Is like, there's no, because at some point Apple goes, look, congratulations, we're not supporting any version of this. This person must have mistyped 17.
I'm getting a new phone next month.
You are?
I am. I'm getting one of the 18th.
Can I have your old one?
You want this one?
Well, my cameras are busted.
How'd you break those? You're
I've
hard
got
on
7
your phone.
kids. I've got 7 kids.
So your kids broke it.
Yeah. Ethan, everything I own is broken.
Yeah.
Everything I own has a crack in it. Everything I own isn't even mine anymore. Everything I own is... Ethan, I have nothing.
Yeah.
I have nothing anymore. The only thing I have is the kids have my name. And so technically they're mine.
You have 7 kids.
Yeah, that's what I own.
That's what you own. You own 7 kids.
Because
Everything else belongs to them.
Yes. Everything else. And my wife can concur. She'll go, yep, we own nothing.
Yeah.
And as soon as we do own something, they take it, they break it.
Yep.
And
it's co-opted.
No, I know. And here's the ridiculousness of it. Richie T was in here a couple weeks ago. He goes, we have a rule. If your name isn't on the package, you can't open it. Great. Because my kids they'll go, oh, we got that thing on the front porch. And they just open it. It's theirs.
Yeah.
It is theirs now. And they'll even start going into it and be like, yeah, I started using that thing you bought. That was not for you.
Yeah.
It was not for you at all. It was supposed to go directly from the front porch into my room, and I never wanted you to touch it ever again. Well, we broke it. You're going to need a new one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is exactly how things work in my house. And this is why they're able to do a stupid program like this at Apple for you to rent a phone, because they're just breaking constantly.
Well, maybe you should do it. Have you ever leased a car?
Never done the car lease.
I have. It's not bad.
I know.
The payment's lower.
Yeah.
You don't keep the car at the end of the lease, but
it's not for me right now. At some point it will be, but yeah. And I'm trying to encourage my kids not to lease a car either, because the worst thing you could do is be 22 and leasing a car.
Yeah. When you're that young, you don't want to commit to those kind of payments. You got to be nimble with your cash flow for sure. So you don't want to do that. But
we're still trying to figure it out. I'm really glad that we don't have to buy a new phone this year. We've had to, over the past couple of years, buy new phones for kids because our age is basically junior high for the kids. 13 years old ish,
mm-hmm.
and we had this discussion. And by the way, we have it on our Facebook, or what is it? Well, probably on Facebook too, but on our Instagram page, we have on the Brightside Instagram page, we have a question of what was the worst grade, and you can hit us with the text 57500. We were trying to, because my kids and I have had this discussion. We're like, hey, what was the worst grade for you in school so far? Because we've got kids going into senior year, got kids going into sophomore year, freshman year. And then I have a 6th grader, and he is because 7th and 8th grade were so hard on my other kids, and because I think 7th and 8th grade really are the worst. Now, you tell me if they are or not.
7th is, for me, I think 7th was the hardest.
I think 7th and 8th grade are the hardest transitions across all of the American school systems. Barring any other kind of personal whatever, like my kid going into his senior year, funnest, coolest, easiest thing that's ever happened to him, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a care in the world. Sophomore, he's going to the big high school now, but it's all the same friends, and they're just walking across the street to the high school they already kind of knew, and blah, blah, blah. My daughter's in 9th grade, but she's at the junior high. She's basically the old guard at the junior high. But the 6th grader, when he goes into 7th grade next year, I think that's going to be just the hardest. It's the worst. 57500. You tell us what the worst year in school that kids have to go through these days.
Let me give you the prices on this on the Apple lease. Okay, you ready for this?
This is for the 18.
So these for the 17. So what's out there right now?
17
for the 12-month. You can do 12-month lease. You can do 24-month lease.
Okay.
As low as $17.99 per month. So I assume that's for a lower model. For the longer lease, $17.99 per month.
What's a lower model?
iPhone 17, iPhone Air 17, and 17 Pro.
Oh, the Air.
Base or budget models like the iPhone 16 series are excluded. So here's the question. Let's say it's $18 a month, okay, for 2 years. Would you pay $18 a month to always have every 2 years get a new iPhone.
What happens if it breaks?
So that's a good question.
Is there some insurance?
Apple Care is extra.
And you need it then, especially if you're renting it. Because if you rent it and you break it, you're going to be out of luck.
Yeah.
You're going to be like my Hawaii
Would you
rental car.
consider something like that, though? $18 a month, and you every 2 years you get a new iPhone?
I probably would for a kid, actually. For kids on our plan. For the cheap, if you can get
for the
cheapest,
breakage?
Yes, and for the idea of, because they're always going, well, I need to get a new one because it's never good enough.
Yeah.
You just go, hey, we're paying this $15 to $18 a month, and it is whatever the phone is that you get. It is what it is. And then when you're eligible to upgrade it for the next year, fine, get the next one. Still stays between that $15 to $18 a month. That's also, Ethan, interesting to me because that's a number that a lot of my older kids, they could pay themselves. And it's another thing I could go, you can absolutely get a new phone. You're just going to have to pay $18 a month.
Just find $18.
Yeah. And they could come up with that. Absolutely. All right. News, traffic, and weather. When we come back, we're going to be talking with Patrick Wiggins about the rocket that's going to strike the moon tonight. That sounds pretty dramatic. That sounds like fun. We'll tell you exactly what we mean next right here. It's KSL Brightside.
2:31 at KSL News Radio. I'm Claire Scott. KSL's top story this hour. And it is developing news. The lightning-caused fire that's threatening several cities in Millard County has now burned more than 84,000 acres. Fire officials say the Widemouth 2 fire has destroyed some properties, but they haven't been able to get crews in to assess the full extent of the damage. Right now, the fire is 0% contained, and parts of Fillmore and Meadow are still evacuated. They expect the fire to be very active again today as it starts to approach the Sevier County line. The Senate Judiciary Committee has voted today to confirm Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche to take the role permanently. His confirmation comes after Blanche provided written assurances rescinding President Trump's so-called anti-weaponization fund. But ABC News legal contributor James Sample says that agreement doesn't rule out more lawsuits.
Individual plaintiffs are still free to pursue claims against the government, and that includes the January 6th rioters. It includes the individuals who were convicted and or pled guilty to beating Capitol Police officers. All of those individuals are still able to pursue claims. This just takes away the separate fund that would have streamlined that process for them.
The full Senate vote is expected later this week on Blanche's confirmation. Your money at this moment, the Dow closed up 907 points, the S&P up 136. And coming up, smoky skies. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 2:32.
Hi, I'm Maria Shilaos, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, we're joined in studio live right now by Jake with Advanced Windows. And if you call right now, 801-850-9100, that's 801-850-9100, you can get their special back-to-school offer for new windows for your family. So Jake, let's talk about this. You're offering $2,500 off 10 windows or more,
yes,
and then an extra special back-to-school bonus / thank you to parents, maybe?
To those parents, those homeowners. You'll get $1,000 cash when you sign, right in your hand, cold hard cash, not like an additional discount, not a credit. You will get cash handed to you when you sign. And so, look, if you are a homeowner and you don't have children, that's great. That's great. Use that cash to go on vacation. Go on a little spending spree for yourself.
Right.
Do something with that cash, but that is going to be money right back into your pocket when you sign with us today. But it is limited. There's 6 spots. We actually upped it. We filled the last 5.
Oh, so you're going to do an extra few?
So we're going to go 6 more.
Okay,
let's do
it. All right, so
6 more. That
here's what we're
pushed
going to do.
the limit, the boundary. People,
I think this is kind of the best chance of getting new windows for your home because you get the $2,500 off, 10 windows or more, $1,000 cash in your hand on signing. And then you also have really great low-cost financing. You could finance this for as little as $150 a month, which means you could get brand new windows that are going to make your home look amazing. And it's going to feel great. You're going to save energy in the winter and in the summer.
Exactly
and that reduction in your energy bill is going to help offset that $150 a month. This is the best way to get brand new windows. You're going to feel amazing.
Yeah, if you've been putting this off, like today is this is the time to call.
Yeah.
The time to call, you'll get that cash back. We have those financing options. And look, update your home, the look of your home. We have homeowners. It's always surprising to me. People call because of like their energy bills, or they're uncomfortable in their house, or it's like they can't see out their windows very clearly. But the one thing that they always like go back to after the windows are installed, they can't believe like the way their neighbors are responding to their new windows.
They look good.
They look so good.
Yeah.
Yep. Mrs. Jones down the street walking by, like, your house, you have a new house. It transformed your home.
Yeah.
Plus, wouldn't it be nice?
Awesome.
Wouldn't it be nice when those dude bros who are selling on the Segways, they go, "Have you thought about replacing your windows?" It'd be like, already did it with somebody that I like.
So that number is 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. They've got 6 more spots. You got to do this today. 801-850-9100 to get the $2,500 off 10 windows or more, and the $1,000 cash on signing. 10 $100 bills. Right in the palm of your hand.
Right in your hand.
Jake, thanks so much.
Yeah,
Once again, that's 801-850-9100. Call right now.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Traffic and weather together, brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Ricky Meese.
A small accident in Sandy, southbound I-15, just after 90th South. It's now out of traffic, and it did cause some backups into Midvale. And then on the northbound side of I-15, on the collector ramp, another disabled vehicle. It's to the shoulder, but this is northbound I-15, just after 90th South. They're trying to get that moved off the roadway completely. Don't be surprised if more emergency crews arrive to get that off the road. No matter the weather, your feet can feel fantastic. Find the Good Feet location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
A high of 92 today with smoky skies. The haze will build overnight, and we'll see the air quality stay low through at least Thursday. Highs back in the hundreds on Friday and through the weekend. Right now it is 88 and sunny. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com, we're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, that's a great way to get your kids off social media.
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, my real goal with the new social media stuff is to show up in my kids' feed.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. And last year, on January 15th, 2025, a Falcon 9 rocket from SpaceX lifted off, carrying a Blue Ghost lander from Texas-based Firefly Aerospace, as well as a Tokyo-based Resilience lander. Both of those landers, actually, Blue Ghost successfully landed on the moon. The Resilience lander landed safely a few months later. This was in March and then a little bit later. Now, the rocket's first stage, the Falcon 9 rocket's first stage, the booster which is used for liftoff, that returned to Earth. This is a famous thing that SpaceX has been doing, bringing those rockets back down.
We've all watched the videos of the successes and failures on that. I think it's pretty darn cool.
The second stage, which actually took these landers to the moon, is still out there in space, and now it's on a trajectory to loop back around and crash land into the moon at several thousand miles per hour. And we're joined now live over the phone with Patrick Wiggins, our Solar System Ambassador. Patrick, how are you?
I'm waiting for 12:35 tomorrow morning to see what happens.
So just after midnight tonight, we're going to be able to have that impact. Now, something that you told us was, if you're here in Utah, it's a little bit unfortunate because if you have mountains that are just east of you, which we do, it's going to be low on the eastern horizon when that strike actually hits the moon. But, and you even said, too, you said, I'm a little bit skeptical about whether or not we can see these from telescopes. And so I don't even know how big we're talking about from a scale standpoint this rocket is. And obviously being able to see anything that impacts the moon, it would be a very difficult task if you just have kind of a run-of-the-mill at-home telescope, right?
Yeah, just naked eye, forget it.
Yeah.
But the mountains that's a concern. It's going to be from the Salt Lake, basically northern Utah area, about 11 degrees above what would be a flat horizon. So if you're up next to the mountains, your mountains are higher than that. But if you get somewhere where you've got a nice flat horizon and a telescope, maybe you'll see something. Back in 94, I was very dubious. There was going to be a comet that was going to strike Jupiter and make all kinds of havoc. And we're going, no, there's no way. Whoa, wow. Even backyard toy telescopes were showing the results of that impact. So you never know. So the one way to guarantee you're not going to see it is to not look. So, I'm going to drag a telescope out. I'm going to watch the moon. And if people really want to exact, they're talking 12:35 and 37.5 seconds.
Wow.
Mountain Daylight Time.
Well, and I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your thought. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
The upper left quadrant of the moon is where you want to be looking, and that'll be the dark part of the moon.
Okay.
So be watching that. Again, at 12:35, 37.5.
That's awesome.
Maybe you'll see something.
So my understanding is that, the flash is going to be one thing, but then what might be more visible for people is the plume of dust that's going to eject off the surface.
And that could stick around even for a little bit for a lot longer too.
Yeah, the moon gravity, of course, 1/6 what it is here on the Earth, and so the ejecta, as it's fancily called, that gets shot up, that will reach sunlight, and it'll probably hang around for a little bit. So I don't think we'll see the flash. I want to be wrong, but we may, with a telescope. I have to keep stressing that. It's just not going to be naked eye. But with a telescope, you might see a little cloud, a small, tiny cloud hanging over the moon that will slowly dissipate.
So
and by a telescope, you mean my iPhone that I try to zoom in with, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, right. If you've got the iPhone 100 or something.
Way advanced.
No.
So let's talk about something that a topic that we've talked about before that kind of intersects here, and that's the concern that the space industry has regarding space junk debris. So this is left over from a science mission, and it's up there hanging around. It's impacting the moon. And this might be a naive question to ask, and you can tell me if it is. Yeah, I know you'll be gentle with me, but for something that size, why couldn't it just be tilted a little further? I mean, I feel like at that point,
did someone
if you
screw
tilt it a
up,
little
or?
further, why isn't this rocket headed towards the sun to just burn up there?
Well, and I should point out that this is not the first time. There are a bunch of pieces from the Apollo program that were allowed to crash into the moon. L-Cross was a mission that we intentionally crashed into the moon looking for water resources. But, there has been a discussion online, and I've yet to see anybody in authority answer it. Why was this not put on a different trajectory? Maybe it just was the easiest thing to do. Humans are really good at kind of messing up anywhere we go.
Yeah. Is it technologically just not possible to send this space junk out towards the sun? Is it just...
Technically, early enough in the mission, if it had been planned, that's no big deal. But for whatever reason, once they let go of the two spacecraft that you mentioned that did eventually land on the moon, why they didn't divert at that time, I don't know. Maybe they were out of fuel. Maybe they just couldn't. But early on, if they had planned it, then, that shouldn't have been that big a deal. But I'm not SpaceX. Tell you what, next time you're talking to Elon, ask him.
We'll ask him.
Elon, you should have pressed that one button to just get that booster going in the right direction to make sure that it went the right way.
Well, I just feel like the sun is so much of a better place than than the Earth for this kind of space junk, because the sun just seems so much more capable of burning things up.
I was gonna say, you know what's interesting is that like here on Earth we're like, he was burning some garbage out there. And then we go, we got some space garbage. I don't know. You try burning it in the sun? We do the same thing. We got all sorts of it.
Well, the last 2 mornings I've been watching this spacecraft with a telescope, again, and a camera. I can't see it with my eyeball, but with the camera. But of the many, many, many pictures I've taken of this thing as it's moving slowly across the sky, I keep getting Earth orbiting space junk streaking in front of my picture.
Yeah, really.
And it's just becoming more and more common. Now, fortunately, there's kind of an international agreement that now if you launch a satellite, you need to do something to either put it in a graveyard orbit that's a long ways away or to have it intentionally come back down and not leave it just hanging up there. I got pictures a few days ago of a spacecraft that was launched in 1958.
Wow.
And it's still up there. Wow. So, but back then we didn't worry about that stuff. But we are now to the point where, again, we're planning on how to get rid of things once you put them up there.
So you've been tracking this object, this piece of a SpaceX rocket that's going to impact the moon later tonight, just on the other side of midnight. And it's going to be impacted like 5,000 miles an hour, something crazy like that. And what does it look like in your telescope?
It's just a dot. That's, I mean, seriously, when you think of pictures of like that supernova I found back, you think, oh, it must be really great. No, it's just a dot, but it's a dot and it's a special dot. Right. And in the case of the spacecraft, it's moving. And you can track its trajectory. And it's just kind of neat to go, wow, that thing is almost as far away as the moon, and I'm still able to take pictures of it.
Yeah,
and with my smallish telescope.
Yeah.
Well, the impacts will happen tonight, 12:35 and some change. And Patrick Wiggins is going to be all eyes, all telescope lenses, all camera lenses, at least in that moment, to be able to track that thing. And so, Patrick, thanks for kind of giving us an idea of what we're going to be able to possibly see tonight if we get out those nice telescopes and take a look up into the sky, and if we have a far enough reach down into the eastern horizon to be able to see it. So Patrick Wiggins, our NASA and JPL ambassador, solar system ambassador here in the state of Utah. We always appreciate it, Patrick, man. And as always, thanks for being on the program. So
and keep us posted on what you see tonight.
There you go. Yeah, we'll have to.
We'll email later tonight.
Awesome. Can't wait. Patrick always sends pictures. He always sends proof. That's what we do.
It's so fun having him.
One of our favorite people.
Yeah, around the show. It is cool. The science stuff is just so incredible.
Also, one of our favorite people now sitting in studio. Final time for us to be able to chat with Jake today from Advanced Window Products. And Jake, you and I have done a bunch of remotes together, and Ethan's getting to know a little bit more of what Advanced Windows does. And I'm starting to sell him on, hey, man. Because every time we get done with a hit, he's like, man,
every time
I got to get you guys coming out to the house.
You want to know something? So my windows are original to my home.
When is home built?
And not in a historic way. 1984.
80. Yeah, it's a 40-something. Yeah.
Your life would change.
I'm worried about him.
Yeah,
I'm worried about him. So
that's why I'm here today.
If you're one of those people that just goes, oh, we've just been going along and we've been cooling our house, and the furnace and in the wintertime doesn't turn off. The air conditioning in the summertime does not turn off. And you know what? You can give yourself a fighting chance against that utility bill. It just keeps going up. And the folks at Advanced Window Products want to take care of it. They cut out the middleman. They're the ones who warranty this work because they're the ones who can guarantee it because they're the factory. They're the installers. They get you top to bottom, and it all starts with a call to get that free energy audit, and it starts with that call to you guys. Plus, you got goodies you're offering today.
Yeah, so Ethan, let me talk to you.
Okay, here we go.
1984. Yeah. Ethan and any other homeowner that's in the same scenario. If you have thought about your windows, or if you're looking at your windows like, man, they're from 84 and they're original, call us. Because there's no pressure when we come to your home.
It's not two panes. It's not even single pane. It's a half a pane at this point. Yeah.
Like that is like we can really seriously transform your home, and we can do it at a better price with a higher quality product than anyone else can offer.
Yeah.
And so just all it takes is picking up the phone today. calling us today, and Darren's going to be on the other line. You can speak to him for 2 minutes to set up that appointment. You'll unlock $2,500 off the purchase of 10 or more windows, which I'm assuming your house has more than 10 windows.
We do have at least 10.
And when you sign, you're going to get $1,000 back cash in your hand that you can use for your back-to-school shopping or for a little vacation, end of summer vacation, whatever
You'll
you want to do with it.
You'll have half of that to me for the referral, though.
I'll tell you. So I'll tell you what
Yeah,
makes
in the
this. I'll tell you what makes this super attractive for me is you've got easy financing in house.
Yes.
As low as $150 a month. Now we're talking because I think a lot of families are like, oh man, I don't have the cash to replace all the windows.
Yeah.
But at $150 a month, and then when you look to see how much your utility bill comes down, then you're in the ballpark where, hey, I could move forward with windows
for themselves
without really increasing my outlay here.
Yes, and so you'll make your home more energy efficient. You're going to save your furnace and your air conditioning unit because they're not going to be running constantly through the summer and through the winter, saving money there. And then you're going to make your home a whole lot more beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey, let me give you the phone number.
For me, that financing is a lot easier to do. Yeah.
Let me give you that
changes
phone
it for
number.
me.
Final time to be able to hear that phone number to take advantage of this deal that we are only doing today. We'll do the $2,500 off of 10 windows or more with advanced window products all the time, but the $2,500 off of 10 windows or more, and then on top of it, when you sign on, $1,000 cash in your hands, cash back. That is phenomenal. I've never seen you guys do it.
I just got a text. We have 2 left.
Okay, let's do it.
I just got a text. Yeah, 2
Let's
left.
do it.
So call if you're thinking about it. Call today.
It's a today-only deal. It's not
Today
going to be a thing
only.
where we go, oh, Jake's here today again. I know you were here yesterday,
Oh,
but
this
no,
is-
none of that.
this is
None
today.
of that. This is today. 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. Take advantage of this. Get that free energy audit, no cost to you. Have them see what you can get done to your home and what they can do for you at Advanced Window Products and that lifetime guarantee. There's nothing it cannot be beat by anybody in this market. 801-850-9100, Advanced Window Products. Thanks, Jake. We appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
All righty, we'll take a break. We'll come back. More to go. KSL Brightside continues.
Hi, I'm Maria Shilaos, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
You know what you can trust? The protection you get when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. You know what you can't trust? Everything else, apparently. Like when you saw that article that said that thing you eat every day is a superfood and great for your gut health. But then 30 seconds later, a different article warns you to avoid it and it's taking years off your life. Well, which is it? Kind of a big difference there. Anyway, bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive for reliable coverage in a reliably unreliable world. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ready to win big this week? Head to KSL.com/win and enter for your chance to score some amazing prizes. You could win tickets to see the Utah Royals or Real Salt Lake, catch the Disney Worlds Collide Concert Tour, or rock out at Aerofest featuring Styx and Chicago at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. That's just the start. There are even more great prizes up for grabs. Enter today at KSL.com/win. And good luck.
Getting help with plumbing repairs is easier than you think. All you have to do is call Any Hour Services or schedule an appointment at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. Just a couple of things. Number one, I heard at the bottom of the hour news, I heard they were talking about that Widemouth 2 fire, and that fire just keeps on cranking. I mean, they've got 2 towns down there on I-15. 2 towns are under partial evacuation thanks to that dang fire. And you know what I just noticed? So I was looking at the map here, and the Cottonwood fire, the Widemouth 2, and the Wild Goose are 1, 2, 3, one right after another. I mean, it is just boom, 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 right along I-15, one right after another. I mean, it is just.
And that was a lightning strike start, right?
Yeah, Wide Mouth 2 was, and you know what else? We were part of that.
What does that mean? Don't say we were a part of any starting of a fire. Come on.
We had one of our listeners text in, and he said, because we were talking about wildfires, and he said, "You guys, I just saw a lightning strike and start a fire just outside of Fillmore on I-15."
Wow.
And I bet you that's the fire that he saw getting started, and now it's just taken over that whole area. I mean, it basically runs from Fillmore past Meadow down to the other side of Kanosh, all the way down. I mean, it's just an enormous fire.
Kanosh. I've had a good Kanosh. My grandma made a good Kanosh.
Did she?
I think also, isn't Kanosh that we you see the billboards and they're like, you want to get one of these white labs? You know those dogs? They're like KanoshLabs.com. They're trying to get you to, there's some dogs you can buy down there. Those are the only things I know Kanosh has. So
where's the place with the tires? That's Cove 4.
Oh,
isn't that Cove?
No,
Cove
the place
4?
with the tires is Beaver and Fillmore. Beaver with the place with the big old chair. They'll get you.
What's
How
the one
far are you
they,
going?
Yeah. Where they come out and they try and undermine your confidence in your tires.
I don't think you're going to St. George on that.
Not on those tires.
On that front left tire. And of course, I wouldn't replace just the one. I'd probably do all four. Mike, we don't have that Cooper 3-for-1 special, or that we don't have that Cooper tires 4 for the price of 2 anymore, do we? We don't do that. Oh, we are doing it? Oh, my heavens.
We'll do all 4, low price, $3,000.
I got absolutely hosed in college because I had no idea what I didn't know.
No, well, they saw you coming.
Because I was driving to Arizona, and I remember these guys replaced the tire. They put me up on the lift. I was sitting in the car still. I sat in the car while they did it. And I just want to say, I hope that you guys' tires blew out at some point. Okay?
They didn't. You know why? Because they had the money to replace them all the time.
Yeah, but joke was on them because I bought a couple of bags of those cheese curds. I was okay.
Oh, look, we got this. No, check this out. They texted back. That was me. I was working at Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore at the time.
Ooh.
I just came from there this morning. I'm driving back now. Look, and here's his text. July 28th, 2:39 p.m. I was in Fillmore yesterday and saw a thunderstorm spark a fire with lightning
on a minute.
just south of Fillmore.
So we got receipts.
We
got receipts. One of our listeners saw the moment
Witness
that we had one of the craziest fires start here in the state of Utah this year. All right, it's that time of the day for us to be able to ask one quick question to artificial intelligence because we like being able to show you that AI doesn't always have the great answers, but we'll also see sometimes we'll give them credit when they do. So let's do it. Let's ask AI.
When Google just isn't enough and thinking for yourself is just too hard, here's your AI question of the day.
All right. We're ready.
Okay, sorry.
We're ready to go.
Okay, we were talking about how $900 per kid for
that's the
back
average.
To school. It's not the average.
Well, this is
you and I both know what's the reality.
A Good Morning America Ipsos poll released this week said that the average spend per kid for back to school stuff is $900 per kid, which is crazy to me. But you know what it might be, though? You know how everyone talks about the K-shaped economy and people who have money keep getting money?
Yeah.
People who don't have money end up with less money in this economy right now. Maybe those guys are just throwing it. Maybe the upper middle class is throwing the curve.
Okay, I've got one for you because I asked a question to Copilot and said, "What's a reasonable amount to spend per kid on back to school stuff, and what would it include?" Okay, what's that going to get me? And it said, despite some recent news, a reasonable back to school budget depends on the child's age, obviously. Whether they need new clothes, whether they're involved in activities, require special gear, blah, blah, blah. But a practical range is, ready?
Yeah.
Between $150 to $300 per child for elementary. See, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Between $150 and $300 a kid in elementary. Between $200 and $400 for middle school. Between $250 and $500 for high school. So you're talking a reasonable budget amount per child in the United States in 2026 could likely be around $300 per child. See, now
you're talking.
That seems like a little bit more reasonable. The alternative of 3 times more than that is crazy.
So when you have 7 kids, that's basically just all your money.
Okay, I'm going to say this.
Your budget is all of it.
And now I'm going to do this. Now they gave me a full list of stuff that's going to get me to that $300. I'm going to say, make it even cheaper. I'm going to say, make it under $75. Is that unreasonable?
Yeah.
Make it under I know, but make it under $75. It says you can do it for under $75 per child, especially if focusing on necessities only. So you can do it.
You can do it.
Just ask Chad about it. Let's go. Save some money. You've
Okay.
got afternoon news coming up right now. Tim Hughes standing by. Stay with us on KSL News Radio.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
It's 3 o'clock at KSL News Radio. Tim Hughes in for Jeff Kaplan today. Let's see what the temps are. Didn't feel too bad out there. Sunny skies, and right where we started the day yesterday, it's 90 degrees. Our top story this hour, it's been 4 days since the Midvale apartment fire displaced hundreds of Utahns. Now the focus is shifting from emergency response to helping families find a place to call home. KSL News Radio's Eric Cabrera continues live with the story. Eric?
Tim, after escaping the fire, many families were left with the same question. Where do we go now? United Way of Salt Lake and Airbnb have been helping families who've lost everything move from the emergency shelter into temporary housing.
Of all the requests that come into 211 Utah are for housing assistance. So for us, it's one of the most important factors to address. And, you know, when something devastating happens, like you lose your home in an apartment fire, you know, we want to ensure that people feel safe.
Todd McGee with 211 Utah says the community response has been just as important, with volunteers, donations, and local organizations helping families begin the long process of rebuilding. More than 40 families and counting have already received their help so far. And anyone affected who still needs housing or other resources can dial 211 or go to 211utah.org to get connected with help. Live, Eric Cabrera, KSL News Radio.
In Weber County, the work continues on the fire that got dangerously close to a neighborhood in Washington Terrace last week. Fire crews say there are still hot spots burning deep in the ground, so they may see smoke in the area. The city is also prioritizing mitigation, getting rid of piles of debris left from previous windstorms. The family of a 10-year-old girl who was rushed to the hospital after falling into Willow Pond says she's saving multiple lives. KSL News Radio's Reagan Edelman reports.
Linnea Tayo-Ali'i was playing near the pond last week with her 9-year-old sister.
They hit like a pocket of mud and it sucked them both in.
Their aunt, Connie Bradshaw, says Linnea was able to push her sister out of the mud at the last second, saving her life before she was completely sucked under the water herself. By the time search and rescue crews found Linnea, they estimated she had been under the water for about 10 minutes. They performed life-saving services and she was flown to Primary Children's and put on life support, but Bradshaw says her family has to say goodbye to Linnea over the next couple of days.
You know, she saved her sister's life, and she's going to save a lot of other kids' lives, too, because everything is viable except for her lungs.
They've set up a GoFundMe account to help support Linnea's family, which you can find at kslnewsradio.com. Reagan Edelman, KSL News Radio.
KSL's top national story now. We're hearing from the Idaho man who confronted the gunman during a mass shooting outside an In-N-Out Burger in Idaho Falls, or Twin Falls, rather, on Saturday. Jordan Salinas says he was stopping for lunch with his girlfriend. He had his semi-automatic pistol with him, and he heard gunshots ring out.
My goal was to try to help as many people get home as possible, you know, to be with their families, to be with their friends. That was the entire goal.
By the time the shooting was over, several people were shot. ABC's Trevor Ault reports from Twin Falls.
7 people were injured, 3 more were killed, among them Christopher Claunch. His sister telling the New York Times he'd lived in Idaho for 30 years and loved traveling, cooking, and the outdoors. And 23-year-old Ashley Garibai, who worked at the restaurant. Her family saying she was adventurous, outgoing, smart, and driven. And the community in Twin Falls devastated by the loss, but they're praising Jordan for helping save so many.
Police say the suspect also died at the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot. Todd Blanche is one step closer to becoming Attorney General after a vote by the Senate Judiciary Committee today. North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis, one of two Republican holdouts, says he supports Blanche's nomination now that he rescinded President Trump's anti-weaponization fund.
I've never liked this 1776 fund. It made no sense to me, and I thought it was an insult to the police officers and the people that defended us on January the 6th. It's done. It's been rescinded, and I am satisfied.
To get confirmed, Blanche will need at least 50 votes in the full Senate. Governor Spencer Cox now part of a bipartisan task force of governors tackling immigration issues like the need for migrant work visas. Here's KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson.
Governor Cox is co-chair of this task force alongside a couple of Democratic governors. Together, they plan to propose solutions to Congress that will balance immigration enforcement with economic demands. Cox says they can tackle this issue because illegal border crossings have dramatically slowed under the Trump administration, so now they can focus on getting work permits for migrants to enter the country legally and help the state's workforce and economy. Their initial proposal is to give governors discretion to issue migrant work permits.
While the four governors on the task force say they don't agree on everything related to immigration, they all agree that tactics used by ICE are ineffective and that migrant work permits would benefit their states. One person was killed, another flown to the hospital after a crash near Cedar City. The Department of Public Safety says the driver of a Ford F-150 was trying to pass slower traffic in a no-passing zone and hit a Honda Civic head-on. The woman driving the Honda died at the scene. Time to get our first look traffic and say good afternoon to Ricky Meese.
Good afternoon, Tim. Well, good news getting into Utah County UHP, letting traffic go through again. They had to hold back all lanes of travel southbound I-15 in order to clear several large pieces of debris off the roadway near Timpanogos Highway. And once again, traffic is moving, but we do have some residual heavy traffic in the area. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL News Time, 3:06.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Murphy's Law says that if your air conditioner is going to break down this summer, it's going to be when you least expect it and at the worst possible time. And for a lot of homeowners, the fear isn't just the breakdown. It's worrying about what happens next. Is this going to cost a fortune? Am I going to be pressured into replacing it? Can somebody just help me figure out what's wrong? At Any Hour Services, that's exactly what we're here for. Maybe your system just needs maintenance to help prevent breakdowns before they happen. Maybe a part failed, and a simple repair gets you back up and running quickly. Or maybe your system's getting older, repairs are adding up, and you think replacing it makes more sense. Whatever the situation, we'll walk you through your options, answer your questions, and make sure you have the information you need to make the decision that's right for your home and your budget. Maintenance, repair, or replacement, you choose what's right for you. That's how Any Hour Services works. Options, not pressure. Call Any Hour Services next time you need help with your air conditioner. Google Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
This is My Minute of News, brought to you by Any Hour Services, electrical, plumbing, heating, and air, anyhourservices.com. 30 years ago, I had a fight with my boss about something. I don't remember what, but he insisted I do some radio thing the same old vanilla way as everybody else on the radio, and he said, "Jeff, you know what America's favorite flavor is? Vanilla." I was shocked, and there was no Google back then to check on it. But I did today. America's favorite flavor is chocolate, 17%. Vanilla is second with 15%. The one flavor that doesn't show up on the list at all is charcoal.